wherever stylish footwear is sold.
The GCU men's basketball squad is coming off their winningest season in 35 years, their third trip to the NCAA tournament in 4 years, and their first ever NCAA tournament victory. Returning 4 of their 5 starters in Ray Harrison, Colin Moore, Duke Brennan, and reigning WAC Player of the Year, Tyon Grant Foster, the Lopes look to defend their WAC titles and make a run to the Sweet 16. With a non-conference slate, including Stanford, Georgia, and crosstown rival Arizona State, you won't want to miss a moment of the action. So join me, Michael Potter, and Lopes insider Paul Coro all season long right here on the home of the Lopes, 1580 The Fanatic. Lopes up.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM. Wherever you go, take us along. Listen to our live stream on our free Fanatic app. Download it today.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3,
in my
2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it. All right, everybody. Thursday. My gosh. Thursday. Now, more importantly, happy birthday, Randy White. Oh, jeez. That's right. It's the Daily Blender here, everybody. And I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside birthday boy Randy White. Oh, no. We got Harris Hicks. Harris, you need to change your name. You're not Phil the fill-in. You gotta have Phil, who's still riding shotgun, teach you how to change the name thing there now, because you're not Phil.
Right.
If you were Phil, you'd be wearing a Speedo and wiping the mustard from your face from eating a sandwich on the back of the toilet. It's a whole thing. Backwards.
Not so much of a Speedo guy. Not so much of a Speedo guy.
I think Phil is the only one.
I didn't know Phil was a Speedo guy.
Well,
Phil's a Speedo guy.
It's in the workplace. It's inappropriate to check the panty line, so you keep your eyes on your own work there, Harris.
Eyes up here, Harris.
Duly noted. Hey, eyes up here. I'm locked in. I'm locked in.
He's got a girlfriend. You leave him alone. That's
Phil does.
Oh yeah.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
Why do you sound so surprised?
I'm not surprised. I just think that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. Good for him.
So what's your problem? How come you don't have a girlfriend?
Me? Well, hey, right now I'm just enjoying the season of singleness. I also recently got out of a relationship, and so
what happened there? Did she dump you, or did you dump her?
No, it was pretty mutual. It was pretty mutual.
That's a load. Yeah, he got dumped. He totally got dumped.
I did not. But
he's the dumper. Or you're the dumpy. I mean, you're just a dump.
Oh, not true. Not true.
Oh, so you dumped her ass? You cruel bastard!
I'm not getting into it.
You see how that works? You can't win.
Welcome to the show.
It's a lose-lose, man. If I say I'm the dumpy or the dumper, it's just gonna backfire. So I'm gonna know my role and shut my mouth here.
See, he's learning, Randy.
Hey, already day one. All right, good.
So, by the way, do you like fantasy football?
Oh, I do.
No, I didn't ask you, Randy. I know it's your birthday, but not everything's about you right now.
I apologize.
First off, Randy, happy birthday.
Oh,
I'll say that. Yes. Second off, yes, I do like fantasy football.
All right.
Yep.
Well, you'll be pleased to know that just by your mere existence as somebody on the show, you automatically find yourself in the Premier League of our fantasy football leagues.
That's
because
okay,
a huge honor. Yeah,
it really is.
Is there money on the line, or is it just for the love of the game?
There is money on the line.
Interesting,
but not for us.
Not for
the listeners. There's money for them. For us, it's just pride and the sheer joy of it. And if you do win the Daily Blender Premier League, you get a Golden Blender trophy. It's actually an actual blender, and we'll show you about that down the road.
Okay.
But we got 14 fantasy football leagues, and the listener leagues, the regular leagues. There's a crap ton of people in there playing and having fun, and if they win their league, they win $100.
Yeah.
If you win the Premier League, I think you get 200. I can't remember how much Ralph gives people for that. And then you get the golden blender. So, and then people in the regular leagues, if they win their leagues and they have the best stats, then they get to move up to the Premier League. Every year, the Premier League will jettison 4 of the worst teams out, and that includes one of the hosts.
Who is the commissioner of this league?
Well, it's me.
Jeffrey O'Brien.
Okay.
I
Okay.
oversee everything, and it is as big a pain in the ass as you think it is.
Mhm.
Is there anyone running against you, or is it just
Running
no,
against me?
no.
for
he-
commissioner? So
This
in
is
my
not-
so I
This
was
is
in
not
a,
this is not a democracy.
so I was in a fantasy league like since I've been in the same league since 4th grade, and we used to come over right before and we would have commissioner debates. We'd have like a free market party and the opposite. Someone
No.
was all free trade, someone wasn't. We'd get 2 podiums and we'd let them debate and the league would vote.
Okay, well, that's cool for nerds. But here's the thing.
I've won it 5 times. No big deal or anything. I've won it 5 times.
I
Just
rest
saying.
my case.
Just saying.
But, I don't know if they told you, but the actual full name of the show is The Daily Blender with Jeffrey O'Brien.
Yeah, that's the whole name.
I ain't running against nobody.
Mhm.
I'm doing all the work. And there, listen, I wouldn't mind if there was a different person as a commissioner. It's just, if it's going to get done, it may as well be me, right? But if you want to be commissioner, I might let you. I just don't even bother me with the nerd debate. By the way, you're not Harris the host, okay? Just Harris, just Harris Hicks. Don't call yourself the host.
Hey, Phil, I blame Phil for that one. Phil's done a lot of things right. But that one's on Phil. That one's on
Why
him.
does Harris always sound like he's running for office?
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm just complimenting Phil here. He's done a good job.
Yeah, Phil, we like Phil. Phil's good.
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
He
yeah.
can't hear us right now, so we could say all sorts of horrible things if we wanted,
You guys
Mhm.
can. I can't.
because he's got you don't have no headphones on.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we do borrow the soccer variation of people moving up to the big time league and moving out. Now, for the
I like
first time ever, I am the guy who got kicked out. I was
Really?
the worst of all the hosts. Now it's the
Really?
worst of all the hosts. So every year we did this to make more room for more listeners to be able to come up to the Premier League. The first time it was Keon. He got kicked out.
Uh-oh.
And then the second time it was fantasy football expert Rosalie Michaels, which we just are still stunned. Now she gets to come back.
Okay.
You just walked in the door and you get to be in it. You get to be in the Premier League.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you
It's a
know,
compliment.
it's not anything. You just exist. That's by
Comes
sheer
along with the job.
existence.
Just comes along with the job.
Okay.
You got
okay.
hired. That
Duly
was
noted.
the
Duly noted.
you've done nothing.
Yeah.
But so yeah, this is the first time I have to decide which one of the leagues I'm going to jump out to. So I got to figure out which one the fun one is. I don't want to be in just a boring one where nobody talks crap or nothing. So Moldy Tuna Fish says, I vote for Harris as the commissioner of the fantasy football.
Uh-oh. An override.
He said,
perhaps.
better than what we have now.
Wow.
Do you even play? You don't even play.
Oh, that's funny. That's
Last
funny.
Optimist says, hello, new friend. I'm pro relegation from all sports.
I agree with that.
You can't do that in every sport.
It would prevent tanking. What if you get sent down to the G League? Just an idea.
Well, you get to play with Bronny. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if it would work for every sport. Relegation.
The NFL would be hard. I don't know if you could do the NFL.
Well, here's the problem. You've got some billionaires that would be just completely against the idea.
Yeah.
The same reason they're against the idea of somebody losing their team.
Yeah.
They will fight tooth and nail. It's very rare that and not just the NFL, any sport owner would ever vote to jettison another owner or fine another owner. Why? Because it could happen to them too.
I'll tell you what, it would work better for college than it would pro. Because college there's so many different teams and you have
I
teams
can get
on different
behind that.
tiers. Yeah, you have teams on different tiers. Maybe that's how they do the conferences
The problem is
from now on.
you relegate in college. You don't have people who are there for long periods of time.
Right.
So a team could be horrible one year, great the next year. And then suddenly they're great in the lower league. Then they're like, oh, move them up. And then they move up and then their seniors leave. Now they're horrible again. So it does. I don't know if you could really do that in college.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. You would be off of a rough start, but I mean, makes it interesting. Makes it interesting. Just saying, if you're a team like if you're in the bottom of the barrel in your conference and there's someone else on the top, there's a lot to play
Harris,
for.
it's also interesting when you give a monkey car keys, but it's not always a good idea.
Are you saying it's like giving a monkey car keys?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I've never done that before. I wouldn't know.
Devil Hawk says, since Keon is gone, shouldn't Harrison start off in one of the regular leagues? And Jeffrey, you get to stay in the Premier League. Teach the newbie who's boss.
No fair.
Well, I'm going to teach by example and be fair. At the end of the season, I was the worst of the Daily Blender personalities. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to eat that turd sandwich. So Harris gets just to switch places with Keon. So, I'm going to honor the memory of Keon by letting Harris, just sort of sit in a nice cushy seat.
Yep.
Hamilton Porter says, let me guess, Harris, the old "it's not you, it's me" line.
Oh, when it comes back to the relationship stuff.
Are they still using that line?
That line exists. It exists.
Back in my
See, I told you. Whenever they say it was mutual,
yeah,
that means he was the dumpy.
If I'm breaking up with someone, I'm just being honest. I'm like, no, it's completely 100% you. I can't stand to look at you anymore. Don't ever want to hear your voice again.
Your voice grates on my nerves.
Your voice, your face, your presence, your smell. Why are you still here?
Everything about you is
Man,
miserable.
But Harris
you
is a
hold nothing
gentleman.
back. You hold nothing back, man. I ain't saying that.
Harris is a gentleman.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Big
try.
George says, hello, gentlemen. Happy Thirsty Thursday. So I was listening to the podcast last night. Parts of the show got cut off. I know Harris is new and learning the ropes, so no biggie. Would we have a problem with the editing or something?
We maybe did, Phil.
I noticed that the audio was a little hot. You probably should tell Phil that. The audio was a little crunchy.
Okay.
Thanks for the tip, George.
Thanks for the tip.
We'll have some people investigate that,
Yeah.
and the appropriate people will be arrested.
Mhm.
He says, hey, how about the Lakers losing to the Hornets yesterday? They've lost 2 games in a row to lowly Utah and Charlotte. Hey, listen, I'm happy anytime the Lakers lose, but I think they're just getting used to Luka and adjusting, right? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, that's primarily what's going on. They were on a hot streak before Luka came. People forget.
Luka ruined everything, and I love it.
No, I wouldn't say that. It takes a while to gel. Basketball can take a while to gel with guys. Takes time.
Hey,
Takes
Harris, you need to write down some things. We can't stand the Lakers. We laugh at their,
Oh yeah.
misfortunes.
Yeah. Had a lot.
We don't like the Dodgers
No.
because they puiged in our pool.
Yep.
But we hate. I hate the Yankees. Absolutely, we hate the Yankees.
Why do you guys hate the Yankees?
Oh
the Yankees.
God!
I need to say anything else?
Every reason you think, every reason you would think, and then Randy doesn't like the Seahawks. I got no problem with them.
So
you
my
know.
granddad, lifelong Yankees fan.
Mhm.
Well, we don't
Lifelong
hate your
Yankees fan.
granddad. We just hate the fact
Just
that
hate
he's
the
a
Yankees.
lifelong Yankee
And
fan.
I love Mariano Rivera. He was a fun guy to watch.
Well, he is a fine gentleman.
Oh,
Like
by
I
the way,
said.
I got nothing against the players. You know what I'm saying? When
Just
they're
the team.
not on the Yankees. When
Yeah.
they're on the Yankees, burn in hell.
Well, he's in the
But
Hall of Fame.
when they leave, I'm fine. I don't want anybody getting injured or nothing. I just hate the Yankees.
Yeah.
Let's see. Was there anything else I've left out, Randy, that he needs to know? I already told him yesterday emphatically about how Arizona is hated.
Yeah, it's hated. Yeah.
Yeah.
The University of Meth. We don't.
He's
talk
trying to
about
show
that.
He
him
did get into
respect yesterday, and I don't know what to tell you.
Did you shut him down? I mean,
I
how
got
did
pretty
that-
shut down, Randy.
Oh
I got
wow.
pretty shut down.
I like to
Harris.
call it emphatically informed, but
Yeah. That's one of his
Berg-
lines.
I would say it's the opposite.
Berg is ready to call you bye-week Harris in fantasy football.
Hey, I'm a 5-time champion of my league. That's the most in league history. Just so
You-
you know, you don't
you
quite know what
shouldn't-
you're getting into.
Shouldn't say anything, Berg, because you got relegated too this year. He was the
Uh-oh.
Berg was the longest
Uh-oh.
lasting listener in the Premier League. And I think he got relegated. He says, happy birthday, Rendino, and suck it, Harris.
Wow. We haven't even given
Hey.
the kid a chance. Here.
Wow.
Come on.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, they had plenty of time to listen to his dark thoughts yesterday. I thought we were going to have to shut the show down after a
Wow.
while. Some
Wow.
evil thinking going on there.
Mm.
Moist one says, "Happy birthday, Randy. It's my brother's
you.
birthday, too. I made him a cake. Can I make you a cake, too?"
No,
say
thank
no,
you.
say no, say no.
No, thank you.
Make me. I'm not a cake guy.
Mm-mm.
Not a cake
nobody,
guy.
Nobody asked you, Harris. It's not your birthday.
Oh, okay. Well, Randy, what about you? Would you like a cake?
No, thank you.
No. Okay.
What do you
my
like?
my wife is making me tortellini soup tonight. So
That's not a
Oh.
cake. So what do you like?
I
You
know.
like for sweets,
It's
for
better.
celebrating. You blow out the candle. What is it stuck in? You don't say your butt. I mean, come on.
me?
Yeah,
Or-
I can't take that anymore.
Oh no, I gave that up years ago.
Okay,
Yeah,
so what do you
yeah.
like to blow the candles out?
Or do you just eat the candle like Bill Walton style?
I'm not a big cake or cupcake person. I'm not a big giant cake person.
Well, what
I
do
go
you
through
want?
stages. I don't know, maybe cherry pie and ice cream.
Oh, I like cherry pie. That's good.
Yeah.
I love cake. I think cake is amazing. Give me some cake, but I like pie. I like
Now,
cupcake. I like cookies. I don't even
I
care.
will say the one year that you made me.
Yes, I
and
made you a cake.
Harris, he did make me an actual cake, and I have pictures of it somewhere.
That's
But
awesome.
it had, I think it was Happy Birthday, Randy. I'm not sure. The icing kind of got away from him.
My handwriting's
man.
not great on cake.
Got a little.
No.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's okay.
So
It's
he made me a homemade, scratch-made cake.
Really? Homemade? How long did
Right
that
out of the
take you?
box. Right out of the box.
It took me some people, if I like you, I will make you a cake so good you will think it's store bought.
Mm-hmm.
But if I don't like you, it'll look like a child made it.
I see.
true.
So are you saying you don't like Randy?
I love Randy. The cake he got was amazing.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
mine was
good.
amazing.
That's good.
Yeah.
I heard the handwriting. I didn't know.
Devil Hawk says, "For a supreme leader and dictator, you are very fair, Jeffrey." I know. Ain't I something? Fish Tank says, "I like a gal with a good dumper." Soccer Mom Assassin says, "Oh, bless your heart, Harris. You believed her when she said it was her and not you, huh?"
Nope. Not what happened. Not
There's
what happened.
something you got to learn about the fourth dimension. They will not leave this alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're
they will
like a
not.
pit bull and a bone.
Like
You don't
relentless.
always have to take the bait.
Yep.
Hamilton Porter says, "Hockey tonight. I know it's the first page I have in my pile of fun right here. Over under on 3 fights in the first period." Hamilton Porter, I'd say take the over. Well, no, I mean, if it's over under on 3, there won't be more than 3. So if it's actually 3, you take the under. But if it's like 2 or 1.5, how many fights do you think there'll be? I think there'll be at least one.
Oh
There
yeah.
should be, because Canada will start it this time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they
I'm
just feel
pretty
like
sure
they
of that.
have to.
Yeah.
And America will be ready.
Yeah.
So yes, we're going to talk about that here in a second. ASU Buddy says, "I like Mariano Rivera. He's the one that gave Luis Gonzalez the hit to win the World Series for the Diamondbacks."
Yeah. That's
One of
true.
very few blown saves for
Yeah.
Mariano. Yep.
Can I just say, if you walk into the studio and when you open the door to the studio, pull the door back and look where the air conditioning is. There's a framed picture of the newspaper story where Luis Gonzalez hits that famous home run. You're in the control room, Harris. Stop looking around. It's in the other room, and Luis Gonzalez was actually in the radio station, and we rushed over and said, "Hey, will you sign this?" And he signed the glass.
Wow.
So the whole thing, if it's memorabilia, has to always be together.
Wow.
But
That's
you
cool.
can go take a look at that. You can take a picture of it and send it to your grandpa.
Yeah. Honestly. Oh.
Tell him, "Love,
Yeah.
Jeffrey O'Brien."
Yep. Man. Won't be too happy about
I
that.
think you should.
To be fair, he got a lot of World Series that
Oh, yeah,
that are
he's-
memorable.
That'll be one that'll stick in his craw because we're like, September 11th, New York. Go to hell. We're winning this. Boom. There goes the series. That was a good series, by the way. You weren't even born yet, but that was a good series.
Yeah. Good
Big
series.
George says, "Yep, Jeffrey is right. Read the room, Harris. It's a pro Diamondbacks, pro ASU, pro Suns show. All things LA and Tucson, bad.
Working on it.
Uh, Yankees stink." Also, didn't Mariano Rivera cover up a sex abuse scandal at his church? Yeah, that just came out the other day.
Well, I don't know that he was covering it up. I think the investigation is ongoing.
Part of it was a cover up. The other part was participation. So let's let time take its course and the investigations happen.
Yeah.
But part of that was interference with the law enforcement and trying to coerce the victims to, oh, don't say anything, that kind of thing. So these are allegations. Everything's alleged, but they don't look good, if we're honest. Hamilton Porter says, I hope that Biatch Crosby starts the fight. I want to see someone knock his teeth in.
Wow.
Somebody doesn't like Sidney Crosby. For
Yeah.
some
What did Sidney Crosby ever do to him?
Oh, that
That's
was
my
Kathy
question.
Lee Crosby. And I'm just like,
No,
geez,
no,
I think
Sidney
that's
Crosby.
not very nice at all. She
No.
seems like a nice lady. CK says, good afternoon, fellas. Randy, beer me, please.
Absolutely.
Who's this new guy with the low T? Suck it, Harris. Why guys, you can't start saying suck it, Harris until it's fair.
They'll do anything, man.
I'm
They
just
won't stop.
saying.
They'll find an inch and they'll take a mile.
Big George says, shout out to my son Luke, who turns 3 today. He's listening to the show. Well, you're a
Is
horrible
he?
parent. And he shares a birthday with Randy White. Happy
Wow.
54th birthday
Yeah, absolutely.
to you, Randy, not his son. His son.
Oh, thank you.
I'll say happy
Happy
birthday to his
birthday.
son.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, let's go ahead and talk some Team USA beating the hell out of Canada hockey. We got some NBA, we got some baseball, we got a little of everything. So it's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Catch all the action of NCAA men's basketball, starting with the game of the week. Got it! Wow! Then conference and regional tournaments, NCAA tourney, March Madness, and the championship game live. Fires from 3. Oh, he hit it! Don't miss a moment on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com. Your home for March Madness.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins.
Join the millions of people who are celebrating going hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you just step into and they're on.
It's crazy how something as simple as a pair of shoes have made my life better.
After trying Skechers Slip-ins, I want all my shoes to have this technology. See what everybody can't stop talking about. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
Designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
Windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
Hungry for something exciting? Then come experience what's new at Kasai Japanese Steakhouse with 2 Valley locations. No one does Asian-inspired cuisine better or more authentic than Kasai, where talented teppanyaki chefs create the food, the fire, and the fun of teppanyaki. Kasai Japanese Steakhouse, it isn't just dinner, it's dinnertainment. A memorable dining experience where a delicious 7-course meal is prepared right at your table with flair. It's the perfect choice for celebrations, date nights, or a night on the town. Choose from over 30 different items and combinations of teppanyaki, Asian fusion, and innovative sushi. Happy hour is always on fire with their daily specials. Try their new $12 bar menu items, Wagyu beef and Mongolian pork sliders, chicken or beef satay, and 3 delicious flavors of chicken karaage. 2025 is on fire at Kasai with 2 locations, Scottsdale Road and Thunderbird, and now open in Peoria at the 101 in Northern. Go to KasaiTeppen.com. That's KASAI Teppen.com or search Kasai on your mobile phone.
Were you uninvited to game night? Do you play board games with the ferocious intensity of an iron-fisted oligarch? Have friends left game night asking, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. Right now, during Mattress Firm's President's Day sale, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic. Plus, get a $300 instant gift. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or mattressfirm.com for details.
Guys, I have some very important Weekend Warrior news. Are you leaving the show, Ralph? You wish, Neil.
Are you naming the show after me?
No, Phil. On February 15th, the Weekend Warriors are moving back to Saturdays.
Will we talk about all kinds of sports again?
Yep.
With an emphasis on Arizona sports?
For sure.
Will we interview interesting sports personalities?
Definitely.
And will we keep up the shenanigans that our listeners have come to expect from us?
More than ever.
Okay, you don't have to name the show after me then.
It's the Weekend Warriors moving back to Saturdays on February 15th.
From 10 to noon, right here on 1580, The Fanatic.
It's Dave Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. I think Harris likes that song a lot. He would not turn our microphones on until he'd heard at least 30 seconds of it.
It's a good song.
It's the Killers here on 1580, The Fanatic. All right. So tonight, right after the show is over, run to your televisions if you've got ESPN, ESPN Plus, or Disney, and enjoy a hockey game. You know, we don't talk tons of hockey here because we're bitter and sad about what happened to the Arizona Diamondbacks when the Mormons stole our team. So now, you know, I've got a reason to love again. And it is, man, it's a lot of fun. I had no idea how much fun, you know, the all-star version of NHL hockey. How long have they been doing it like this, by the way?
Well, I don't know the history on this. I don't know if this comes around every, 4 years or something like the Olympics, but this is the first I've heard of it. I'm not a huge hockey fan, but I do watch the hockey tournament in the Olympics, and I think this has been quite enjoyable.
Sure.
And it's a great time to lay off for the NHL teams. That's a grueling, 80-plus game schedule every season, and obviously it's a physical game, so it gives teams a time to really rest up and get their players
except for their
again.
stars.
Well, they're stars, but I will say this: the USA coach tonight, except for McAvoy, the defenseman McAvoy, who was taken to the hospital, you might recall in Game 1 against after that game because of an upper body injury. It's turned into an infection. He won't be available, but Coach Mike Sullivan says the entire roster, except for Charlie McAvoy, is available to play tonight. That means both Matthew and Brady Tkachuk will be out there. The captain, Austin Matthews, who, by the way, is a Scottsdale native.
Yep.
Austin Matthews is a Scottsdale native. So all of the Tkachuks, Matthews, all of the players, except for Charlie McAvoy, will be up for this game. And you know it's going to be a bruising, brutal game. They're going to be finishing checks. They're going to be hitting hard. This should be some great hockey tonight for the championship.
Yeah. This is going to be so much fun. Harris, do you know when they started doing this format of all-star stuff?
I was looking that up recently. I don't quite know. Maybe someone in the audience.
Is there a hockey grown-up in the house?
In the audience would know. Phil would know.
Why do you think Phil knows? Phil, is Phil a big hockey guy? You can't hear me, so
I can ask him. Phil, big hockey guy? He says no.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? I know.
Yeah, he says
hey, but that's all right. Somebody out there knows, or you could just Google it. I mean, you could just turn on the Google Foo. Biscuits and Gravy says this year, this is it. Scratch Me Because says this is the first time the NHL has done the 4 nations tournament.
Yep.
Could have been 5 nations, but Team Russia, they're on double secret probation due to the whole Ukraine war thing.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine with that.
I think it would make a really good product.
Am I fine with that? So I got to take a moment. It's like, so the athletes have nothing to do with what's going on politically. And if they're playing in the NHL, what do you do about that? I feel like they should be represented, the players.
Me too. I do.
I think politically, it's horrible what's going on over there.
Yeah, remember, they're not. It's not about playing because of the players' sake. It's about playing for the countries. And if you watch any of the games, it's all the interviews. the Canadian guy, I can't remember his name right now, is watching that today. He said, I didn't plan this fight for the TV cameras. I did it for the flag. All of these players are very patriotic to their countries, and they want to defend their country's honor by going out and winning this tournament. And so that's why this is a huge game here. And these guys are, going to hit hard and play for the flag. They're going to play for their team, their country. So that's why I think Russia is not involved in this. It has nothing to do really with the players. It's about, unifying the world, I guess, in the world of hockey.
Let me say this. You know what makes a sport like college football so great compared to the others is the rivalries. I think it's when there is legitimate bad blood. It draws people in. That's what draws people in. If the U.S. was playing Russia, there would be a lot of people watching. And there would be, for example, I go back to the Miracle on Ice. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it's a pretty crazy stat.
We saw that probably live.
Oh, I wasn't talking about the
Yeah.
Miracle. I was talking about the
watched it.
game, but there's it's an interesting stat. I think the suicide rates the day after that happened in America was like an all-time low for a day, right after the U.S. won. It was
Because
like
it brought such
crazy.
cheer to the country.
Such cheer to the country. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. With everything. And also getting in on that, which is crazy, is like the USSR players were like employed essentially by the government. Like they couldn't play. Yeah, couldn't play in the NHL. So they were like tailored to be these elite hockey players, literally from the government, like by birth, put in this whole system. And the U.S. with these amateurs won. Not to give you a whole history lesson, y'all probably know, but for the viewers, for the listeners, not the viewers. But yes,
He's
I would
learning.
say, I'm learning, guys. I'm learning.
You're doing great.
Well,
Hang in
thanks,
there.
Randy.
Watching,
Appreciate
but
that, man.
Really, it's more about everybody listening. But go ahead.
Yeah. It's just, stuff like that. When you get into games like that, I think if Russia did play, regardless of what's going on, I think it would be great for the product of hockey. Because they also got good players too.
Well, I guess okay. Well, first things first. This is a success. I think they'll continue doing
For
this.
sure. Absolutely.
And whatever the future holds for allowing the Russians to have a presence, that would be great, because that means that war between Russia and the Ukraine is over, and that would be probably the best thing that could happen. Let's see. Donnie says, "Quick, Jeffrey, tell us what icing is." It's when you send the puck over the red line in the into the other team's goal line without scoring. Listen, I know the rules. I don't follow the NHL, especially not because now that the Coyotes are gone, but shut up, Donnie. Quiet Cannon says, "Happy birthday, Randy. Many, many more, my friend."
Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Is the U.S. Hockey versus Canada game on the Fanatic radio station?
No.
Yes.
It is?
Shut up.
Oh, yes, it is.
It'll take them a few minutes to figure out. In the meantime, we get ratings.
Absolutely, it is.
All right, now I can't lie. I'm not gonna lie, it's not. But it's on the TV. You can watch it.
It's not yet. Not yet.
Oh, I don't. Well, ESPN's got it.
Yeah.
So, there's no yet. Big George says, "Yep, first time." Moist One says, "First time they've done this." Yes, thank you, everybody. Bullseye says, "Since the Weekend Warriors are moving to Saturday, does that mean Keon's new show will also air on Saturday?" Keon has left the station, Bullseye.
Yeah.
You
Not
know
here.
this. Moldy Tuna Fish says, "I'm looking at getting some Skechers slip-ins. Randy has a pair of Skechers slip-ins. Are they true to size?"
Yes, they're well, it depends on the model. Some models can run a little large. Okay, now I've done it. Now the fourth dimension's going to come alive with this one. I like larger models. Oh, I like when my models are large. Anyway, whatever the pair is, I think you have to. It's
Nice
good for you
pair.
to try them on. Yeah, and I have a nice pair. Yes, I do.
Randy
They're
does have a
comfortable.
nice pair.
Thank you.
Comfortable. Yep.
Supple.
Yep. Gets the job done.
So the betting odds, would you even bet this thing being such a toss-up?
Oh, I
it's
wouldn't touch this.
1.5, is the spread between Canada and USA. So Harris, what would you do with this?
Well, -1.5. You gave me that, but you didn't give me what exactly the values were at the 1.5. So I'm gonna pull up exactly right now. It might take a little bit. What the values are at that 1.5. What price you can get it at. And let me go ahead and
Nobody likes a math geek, Scully.
Hey, say what you want, but I want to save people some money here by looking at this. Okay, so Canada is +1.5 at -278.
Well, I could have given you that stuff.
US is -1.5 at +225. The money line is -110. So the books think for both teams that this is a 50-50 game. Complete toss-up. I have to agree.
We already knew that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Canada's got great, like you said, the scoring with McKinnon and McDavid, all those guys, but the goalkeeping has been a question. And so, hey.
Would you do the over-under at 5.5? Would you do under or over?
I don't think I'd touch it. I really don't think I would touch it. If I had to pick, my best guess, because of the lacking goalkeeping of Canada and the fact that you can get 5.5 at +110 on DraftKings and not -130 to the under, I would take the over.
All right. That's cool. I'm just going to watch it, hope for some good hockey.
Yep, me
some
too.
good fights and some good hockey.
Me too.
Walter Mellon says, this kid from Chicago, what a long-winded answer.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a real knee slapper.
Shut up, Walter Mellon. I didn't feel like he went on too long with that.
I try to inform. I try to make it interesting.
I asked him. It's going to be that kind of day, I guess.
I guess it is, man. I guess it is. I roll with the punches here.
So the Phoenix Suns, they also play tonight. I won't be watching, and I don't think anyone will be watching. Why? Because the Spurs have announced. They said, "Hey, we got some plywood. We've got some nails and some ham. We're shutting them down. We're shuttering down Victor Wembanyama for the season. That's right. They're going to wrap the pipes, and they're going to shut him down. Yeah, I guess he got a blood clot in his shoulder." A deep vein thrombosis in his right shoulder. And I'm like, you think that's legit? Or are they just, you know what I'm saying? Because
I think that's legit. I mean, we've seen some.
Is that like a tall guy thing?
I think if there was, well, remember it happened to Chris Bosh like 10 years ago now, where he got a blood clot as well. So it happens. It's more common than you think, but it's not insanely common. So I would say if it was a legit injury, or if it wasn't a legit injury, they wouldn't make something that obscure, right? I think this is legit. This is legit.
So the Spurs are saying it looks to be an isolated issue for Wembanyama. How long does it take to sort of get over that sort of thing? Having never had deep vein thrombosis myself, I can't tell you.
Oh, can I?
But they're shutting him down for the rest of the season. So maybe it's also it's a good happenstance that they are able to protect the investment and look towards the next high-level draft pick that they get to bring into the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah,
it'd be interesting to see what the line for the Suns game is tonight.
Well,
with Wembanyama out, I wonder if the Suns have become favorites.
Yep, they have by 1.5.
And I wonder if this is a value bet. I mean, if you can bet this without Wembanyama being in the lineup, I think that gives a clear advantage to the Phoenix Suns.
I think you wait until the line moves some more because what I just saw had it at 1.5. Now the lack of appearance by Victor Wembanyama, that should push it more in favor of the Suns, right?
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah,
it would definitely would.
Well, I'll take a look. Let's see. Where is it at? No, still at 1.5, at least where I'm seeing it. So that hasn't changed. But I'll be honest with you. You know why the line's probably not moving is because the Suns lose to teams they should beat lately. So nothing is guaranteed. And even without Wembanyama, Vegas is looking at the Suns going, we're not trusting you. No, we're not getting involved with this. We don't want anything to do with this.
So
and that's sad.
Interesting stat here. San Antonio with Wembanyama on the court has an average point differential per 100 possessions of +3. When he's off the court, that dips to -9.
Yeah, the
makes
Suns
a big difference.
Should win, right? They should.
Yeah.
But
So
you've seen
you may be
what-
getting the line at a little bit of a value there.
You've seen what the Suns have done lately. I wouldn't bet this with somebody else's money.
Yeah.
Stay away from this. But, if you want to see the Suns probably should win a game, this is a game for you. But it's too bad about Wembanyama. I mean, that's a concern. When you get the deep vein thrombosis, does that have a tendency to come back?
I have no idea. I don't quite know. I mean, I'm not.
Moldy Tuna Fish says, I've got deep vein thrombosis in my pants. Okay, that's not helpful. Not helpful.
We need to start you on thinners right away.
Yeah.
Aiton's Army says, Wemby will be out for 6 months minimum. That's the general timeline for anyone, professional athlete or not. It takes a long time to get over the meds they put you on to fix that. Brandon Ingram and Osar Thompson both dealt with blood clots and missed a lot of time, but they came back strong the following year. Okay, so if you know this about that, does this have a tendency to be a reoccurring thing? Because that would be the biggest concern. CK says, deep vein thrombosis sounds like a typical Harris Friday night.
Bro. What?
Oh, no.
I can't. Just got to roll with the punches, man. Just got to roll with the punches. That's how it be.
Sorry, just all of a sudden, it's just memories of our 14-year-old sitting at the table going, bruh. I'm like, no, that's mom, actually. That you're okay.
It's Gen Z slang. It's Gen Z slang.
I'm learning. And by the way, that picture I want you to send your grandpa, it's bussin'. Huh?
It's bussin'.
You're getting it. You're getting it.
Bullseye says Wemby's done for the season. Oh no. Too many French fries and greasy croissants, I guess, for the French man. I don't think that causes a blood clot, Bullseye. Swazman says, Jeffrey, big loss for the Spurs, obviously. Do you think the Suns will capitalize and get their act together? No, I don't know. I mean, I want them to. I hope they will. They should, but they should have a long time ago. In some of these other very winnable games, they managed to either drive into overtime or just outright lose. So, yeah, you know better than that, Swazman. Don't aggravate me about the Suns. Aiton's Army says the Spurs don't believe it to be reoccurring. Yeah, but what does a doctor think? He says that's what they mean by it being isolated. Chris Bosh's blood clots were not isolated and did reoccur, which forced him to retire. See, that's what I want to talk about.
There you go. Yep.
A medical opinion, not a basketball team's opinion.
That's right.
But the opinion of Harris Hicks right now is that we are late for a break. So we will take that break. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
My best friend died suddenly, and now his wife and kids have to move out of their house. I had no idea he didn't have life insurance. If I could go back, I'd tell him how easy and affordable protecting your family can be with SelectQuote. In 15 minutes, a licensed insurance agent found me a $500,000 life insurance policy for only $18 a month. They compare many of the nation's most highly rated insurance carriers to find the right coverage and price for your needs. In the last 40 years, they've helped more than 2 million families secure over $700 billion in coverage. Even if you have a health concern, SelectQuote agents can find you the right policy at the lowest price. Don't wait until it's too late. Get peace of mind that your loved ones are protected with life insurance.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-480-5454 for your free quote today. That's 1-800-480-5454 or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-480-5454. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Order for Jennifer C. Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve? Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine? Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year? Oh, really? That's great. Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year? Yeah, you just said that. Did you say I just said that? Yeah, I'm cutting you off. I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
My pain is considerable, but that prescription is dangerous. The side effects of my medicine are worse than my condition.
I'm in recovery. I can't take those pills.
When faced with a health crisis, you shouldn't have to choose between risks.
At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our medical doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. Our naturopathic doctors doctors can restore pain-free joint function and restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves immediate physical symptoms without having you take a bunch of pills. If traditional medicines aren't working, don't you think it's time to start feeling like yourself again? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
Every day, parents are investing in their children's futures, from helping with math to practicing for spelling tests to saving money for their education. I'm Arizona State Treasurer Kimberly Yee. As parents, we want to give our children every opportunity. An AZ 529 education savings plan grows tax-free. So by saving even $15 a month now, we can make a big difference later. And that is the best investment of all. Learn more at az529.gov.
Sponsored by the Office of the Arizona State Treasurer.
We know how it goes. You can't always tune in and hear your favorite shows and hosts.
Dude, look, I'm a loser. Okay?
It's cool, bro. That's why we post podcasts of your favorite shows and hosts. Listen when you want to. Listen on demand.
That is great and frankly kind of amazing.
Go to 1580thefanatic.com to download.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Got two pieces of breaking news.
What's
right
that?
off the bat. Yeah.
Two pieces of breaking news.
Yeah. First thing, one of the greatest linemen of his era, all-pro guard Zach Martin has told the Cowboys to suck it. He's out. He's retiring. He's like, I can't go on. I can't be a Cowboy anymore.
Yeah. Wow.
I wish he said that. He just politely said he's retiring. And then also, another turtle without a shell, Senator Mitch McConnell has said he's not going to seek re-election. And he's 83 years old, and he's going to keep going until 2027. So there's, I don't know what position he plays, but he's said he's retiring too.
That's interesting about Zach Martin, man, pulling a Luke Kuechly, essentially, because he's one of the best. He's one of the best guards. Not just ever, not just this generation, but ever. That guy,
he was a Cowboy, but yeah.
It seems to me the Cowboys a couple of years ago had one of the best offensive lines in football.
Oh yeah,
Tyron Smith. Oh, how they have fallen, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Zach Martin's about the last of the great offensive line for the Cowboys.
Right. Yeah.
Did nothing with it. And wait, did spring training start?
Yes, today.
The games?
Cubs, Dodgers out here at. Out here in the West Valley.
Oh, because I thought it started tomorrow because the Diamondbacks, they play tomorrow.
Well, Cubs and Dodgers open up spring training, and then tomorrow it's everybody's playing.
So I don't know who you are, 2346. We thought you were a burner account, a pretend Canadian. But if you're an actual person, you're going to need a texter nickname, which we are more than happy to help you with. Randy's got a nice long list of potential texter nicknames. This is the only time in your entire life you get to pick your own nickname. In junior high, it was horrific and it would stick. And even like in high school and college, oh dear God, the last thing you wanted was to get a nickname. But here you get to pick a cool nickname and it's yours forever, as long as nobody else already has it. But Randy, give him some ideas.
Well, there's the Chalupa Batman or Boy.
Chalupa Batman. That should have been done years ago.
Yeah, I mean, easily. Then there's Taco Fall, the Point Texter, Swinging Beef, the Big Eunuch, Poutine Border Jumper.
That might be good for this one.
Yeah, because apparently he's Canadian. And then
I call him the Poutini Weenie.
Poutini Weenie. There you go.
That's pretty good.
One.
Should write that one down.
Yeah, Poutini Weenie. Well, let me just type that. Grand Larceny, Power Flush, Cocaine Bear. We've got a bunch of them here.
Grand Larceny does nothing for me.
Really?
It does nothing for me. Yeah, I don't care about that.
Aqua Velva.
I like
That's
that.
another one. Yeah,
Aqua Velva.
Yeah. Lemon Booty.
Hold on a second. Harris, what was the, did I already ask you this? What was the cologne that you went in first in your time in your life and stole out of your dad's cabinet and put on so you could, hello ladies. What was it you stole out of his cabinet?
You've never asked me that. But when I was in middle school, I did go on an Axe phase.
Middle school?
I did.
Your dad used Axe?
Not cologne, but like actually,
The body spray?
I don't think he did. I used Axe body spray in
Did
middle
you?
school.
Has your dad always worn his baseball cap backwards?
No, he doesn't use the Axe body spray. My dad doesn't use that.
Oh,
My
where
dad
did you
doesn't use
get it?
that. I bought it at Target.
You didn't try your first cologne out of your dad's cabinet?
Nope.
Oh,
yep. Saw an
Okay.
Axe body spray commercial, and I was like, "Say
Oh,
less."
because
We're going to Target.
right? Because the commercials had the girls going chasing boys with the axe.
Yep. I was like, that could be me, and you know what? They got me.
Advertising works, everybody.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what your dad wears?
No, actually, I do not. I don't know.
Does he not wear it at all? He's a working man. He's got deodorant.
He wears cologne.
Yeah.
He wears cologne. I don't wear cologne usually. Yeah.
Our new texter says, "My name is Paul. How about Poutine Paul?" I like Poutine Paul. I do.
Paul,
And I don't.
Paulie Poutine.
Poutine Paul, I think, has a better alliteration ring to it.
Okay.
Poutine Paul. Poutine Paul.
All
Poutine
right.
Paul.
Whatever.
He wanted the Chalupa Batman, but I ain't giving it to a Canadian. The hell with that right now.
Yeah, I
not
can
not on
understand
this
why.
day. Maybe a different day, but not this day.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
And in Poutine Paul, you need to make an effort to convince us you are a real person, because there, there
yeah.
have been some fake Canadians on here before. So you've got to find
yeah.
a way,
Yeah.
like hold up a picture of your license and take a picture, and I want to see that it has Canadian information on it.
Oh yeah, we need that.
Then maybe I'll believe you're Canadian or real. CK says, "Can I change my name to Hot Beef Injection?" No. You chose CK. You get to be CK.
However, I will put that on our list. Hot
I don't
beef
think.
injection.
Well, Radio Ron's going to go for that.
Technically, it's a
beef
free country.
injection?
They can if they want.
Randy,
Well,
I
no,
don't think
not on
that's
this show.
no. Radio
Maybe not on
Ron
the
will
show.
shut that down.
Well, hot beef injection. You're injecting the meat you're about to grill with this injection fluid.
I don't think that's what that means, Randy.
Oh, very well.
Not on the
You-
show, but you could go to City Hall and change it any second.
I mean,
Ball's in their court.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not their actual name. We're not changing their actual. I don't have the power to change their actual name.
I'm saying
not
they do.
yet. Not yet.
Taco Kenny says, "Shout out to the wifey bringing me to Dodger spring training game on my birthday. Can I get a shot of Jack, please?" But I can take it. She's my designated driver.
There you go.
Yeah, okay. The Taco Kenny, happy birthday to you. Randy, happy birthday to you. Charles
Thank you.
Barkley, happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
But that I do want to bring to your attention something that's not making Taco Kenny happy, but it's making the rest of us happy. And that is the fact that in a meaningless game, Dodgers lost.
Oh,
I feel like with that much money, you should sweep the entirety of spring training, no matter what.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't matter, but it's fun to see, that they lost.
see, I need to make a short version of Burn in Hell Dodgers. So you have Burn in Hell Lakers, Burn in Hell Dodgers.
We don't have a version of Burn in Hell Dodgers?
Oh, we have one, but it's the long version. I need
Well,
to make
here's
it.
just play it, and then
There's
before he starts singing about the playoffs, just turn it off. Well, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Wait.
Burn in hell, Dodgers! Burn in hell, Dodgers!
See,
there you go.
Well, I could do that.
House edit, Randy. There you go. Nicely done. Just the tip says, Webanyama will be prescribed blood thinners and muscle growth. He does need to bulk up a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So Poutine Paul, looking forward to seeing you holding up a picture of your license. That's the only way I'm going to believe you're real. We've been hurt before. Please don't take this personally, but we've been hurt before.
Yes, we're very gun shy.
I'm trying to chase the bad memories away, Randy.
Trying to hold back the tears.
Sometimes I just need a moment, Randy.
I know.
Yeah.
I understand.
We're here for
Sorry,
you.
buddy. I'm sorry. Yeah.
People can show up on the text line. I'm like, new friends. And then it turns out that ain't real. And then somebody shows up the text line. They're like, it's a Suns bot.
Yeah.
We get these weird texts from weird numbers talking about the Suns, and we've figured out that it's a Suns bot.
Suns bot.
Because they don't have any idea what we're talking about. And I don't know why the Suns feel like they need to do this. So there's Suns bots, fake people that other people are trying to use as burners, maybe previously banned people. And
Although didn't we
got
find out?
feelings.
Didn't we find out one of the supposed alleged Sunspots was actually a listener wanting to talk Suns.
It took a moment for me to get that out of him because it looked like every other Sunspot text.
Right.
I'll read some for you, Harris, when they come down, so you get to know what a Sunspot text is.
Okay, I'm interested.
Usually totally detached from our conversation, you know. Beer Bob says, I don't think the Dodgers just lost. Last time I saw, they were getting their blue butts kicked, though. Oh, I thought the game was over. My bad. Taco Kenny says, I'll burn in hell with the Dodgers and Lakers because we're already burning in hell in Phoenix with your Phoenix Suns. Happy birthday, Randy, Chuckster, and Rihanna. Oh, it's Rihanna's
no kidding.
birthday.
A lot of famous people have a birthday today.
What is her problem, by the way? Yeah, she has a great life, but every time I see a picture of her, it looks like she just smelled a fart. You know what I mean? Rihanna, she always looks angry and like.
Isn't that the kind of look that singers like her and what is that genre she sings? Is it pop or is it?
Pop.
I don't know. I've been in so many different genres of music, and Jeffrey has too. We both have come from music radio, so we've done everything.
So why does she look like she just smelled a fart? I mean, she looks angry.
I think that's the look they're always going for. Is that kind
she's
of
mean mugging? Is that what she's doing?
I think that's what you call it, mean mugging. Yeah. They think it's bussin'.
I don't know why you got to have angry.
It's bussin' to look that way.
Just the tip says, I had my original choice username refused, but I love the one we agreed on. Yeah, man, we know. Walter Mellon says, Jeffrey, how exactly would the Sunspot work? AI listening to the show or so? I don't know. It's been going on for years. I think it started around the time of COVID. We just started getting these like detached pro Suns, like Kevin Durant's gonna kick some butt tonight, and then we'd be like, well, we try to talk to the person and then they didn't respond, and it was all we weren't even talking about basketball, and they start coming in. I never read them on air anymore, and nobody goes, hey, how come you didn't read my text? So that's how we know it's all big phony baloney. So anyway, and
it's a very specific type of text too. You can tell it's AI or something,
right? Like you can tell an AI photo or video. Yeah. I can tell when these aren't real texts because I know you guys. I read you every day. Yeah. Donnie says, I'd rather root for Canada than listen to Fish Tank Song again. Play Fish Tank Song again.
Fish Tank Song.
Yeah. Stick this right up your keister, Donnie.
Burn in hell, Lakers.
Yeah.
Burn in hell, Lakers.
Yeah, that's good. Fifth letter says, just tuned in. Happy birthday, Randy. Cheers to more life.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Did you get anything for your birthday? I have to give you my present in person, so you're going to have to see me eventually.
Yes and no. Tonight I'm Kim is making like I said, she's making me a special dinner.
Are you going to have a hot beef injection when you grill your meat tonight?
You better damn believe it. Just as soon as I get off the air.
I've never tried to do that while grilling.
Mm-hmm.
What do you inject into the beef?
You get like a beef stock, and you get a big
marinade
needle, and then you put it in the meat, and then you inject it with the fluid. And you spread it all over, and it makes the my God, it makes the meat so tender and juicy.
So Harris, you need to understand that Randy White is the grill master general.
Well,
I'll be taking notes.
I'm an accomplished griller, but he is the man and a half.
I'm looking to improve in that area.
Thank you.
So, all right. We got to take a break. It's 1 hour down and 2 to go. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
My best friend died suddenly, and now his wife and kids have to move out of their house. I had no idea he didn't have life insurance. If I could go back, I'd tell him how easy and affordable protecting your family can be with SelectQuote. In 15 minutes, a licensed insurance agent found me a $500,000 life insurance policy for only $18 a month. They compare many of the nation's most highly rated insurance carriers to find the right coverage and price for your needs. In the last 40 years, they've helped more than 2 million families secure over $700 billion in coverage. Even if you have a health concern, SelectQuote agents can find you the right policy at the lowest price. Don't wait until it's too late. Get peace of mind that your loved ones are protected with life insurance.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-480-5454 for your free quote today. That's 1-800-480-5454. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-480-5454. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With AutoPay plus taxes and fees, plus $5 per line without AutoPay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Motorola Edge on us with 24 monthly bill credits and new line for well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 per line connection charge. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
The Renaissance Festival is back. Weekends now through March 30th. Be ready to have a great time. Amazing adventure awaits the entire family. New shows, shopping, jousting nights, non-stop feasting. Leave your cares behind. Happiness reigns at the Renaissance Festival. It's fun and affordable. You'll love the Renaissance. Visit now through March 30th. Discount tickets available at Bashers' and Food City or online at arizona.renfestinfo.com. Presented by Delta Airlines, Bashers', Food City, Pepsi, Budweiser, and Guinness. Huzzah!
There are thousands of career paths your child can pursue, and costs come along the way. I'm Arizona State Treasurer Kimberly Yee, encouraging Arizonans to open an AZ 529 education savings plan. Plans can be used for college, trade school, and education expenses. Unused funds can be rolled into a retirement Roth IRA. Prepare now for wherever their dreams take them. Visit az529.gov.
There's a lifetime Roth IRA rollover limit of $35,000, sponsored by the Office of the Arizona State Treasurer.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender, and good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Harris Hicks in the control room. That's why it's got to say Harris Hicks on the screen here, so I can get used to it. That's why it can't be Harris, the host, next time. It was who else was on the show? You guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And Heavy Metal Maniac says, I'm watching the live broadcast there, and Harris, the host there, looks like he's in the dark. Yeah, everybody who sits in that chair, they sit in a different position and they catch different levels of light. Oh, Harris, you don't got to do that. Don't worry about it. We're going to get you front lit. I'm going to put something together for you.
It's the hair. It's the hair that covers me up.
Maybe that's it. Yeah. Well, whatever the case, it's a radio show first. In fact, that is my motto, Harris. Broadcast first.
Yep.
So if something goes wrong with our video, this whole thing we're doing here originated because of COVID. Because we couldn't all be at the same place at the same time, and we just needed this. It's easier to do, radio with timing. We see each other, talk to each other. It's more natural than just kind of talking off into blankness. And then then we thought, who might like to see this? Maybe the listeners. And so we put that up there, and we don't really promote it much or nothing. But it shows up out there in the universe, and some people now watch it like it's a TV show.
Should we promote it more?
Really bad TV show.
You think we should promote it more?
I think we're doing that right now.
Well, I mean, I know right now, but in other times during the day. I mean, maybe we should have radio voice guy cut a spot for us about this.
Spotter's always good.
Probably the best looking sports talk radio show in the Valley.
By far,
yes, clearly.
I mean,
it went up a notch.
Yeah,
absolutely.
As soon as I brought Randy in, absolutely right.
Good heavens, thank you.
Yep, I agree.
You're gonna pull a muscle in your arm, patting yourself on the back, kid. Careful there. Bruno Baller says, happy birthday to Mr. Randy White. Pour yourself a glass of your favorite beverage on me.
I got my water right here. Thank you.
Just a Tip says, I'm trying to protect myself. I'm completely retired in 18 days.
Wow.
Please tighten up what you let me say because I won't. Uber is my best friend. Should be for anyone who drinks and goes places. So what Just the Tip is trying to say is that I need to be careful what I read from his texts because he plans to be drunk from here out in 18 days.
Tighten it up.
I need to tighten up. It's really not supposed to be my job to tighten up what you say.
Right.
But I'll be more careful about what you say to make sure. He says, well, Randy, well into your 30s now, are you?
Double that, my friend.
Randy, you don't look a day over 35.
Oh, thank you, Harris. Hey, quit sucking up.
What a suck up. So there is one thing I want to talk to Harris about.
Okay.
So Harris, I keep almost calling you Harrison.
I get it a lot.
Maybe if we were talking about radio names and you're going with your God-given name, Harris Hicks. There's another H in there.
There is another H in there. You could call me Triple H.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Triple H.
No,
wow.
I hate fake wrestling. We're not ever. No.
Holland's my middle name. Call me Triple H.
Yeah.
Triple H.
And Triple H, this is like the wrestler. I don't know if he actually has 3 H's in his initials. I actually have 3 H's in my initials.
For real.
Legit
not like
Triple
fake
H.
wrestling.
Not
It's
like
real.
fake wrestling.
Did you wrestle in high school?
I did not wrestle in high
school. You can't be Triple H.
I did not wrestle in high school.
But what if this is the time to make the decisions that are going to affect the rest of your radio life?
Mm-hmm.
So you're like Harris Hicks or Harrison Hicks? Which
Harris.
one sounds better?
Harris, for sure.
I don't know, Randy. What do you think? I mean, it's his name. It's not our business.
I think he should be called Harley Hicks.
Harley Hicks?
Yeah, like the Harley
motorcycle.
Davidson.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. See what you're saying.
Harley.
See what you're saying. That's a cool name. It's a
All
cool
right.
name. I know someone named Harley.
So you're like adamant Harris Hicks.
Yep. It can
No
be
Harrison.
Holland. It can be Holland. It can be Triple H. It can be Harris.
No, it'll never.
Maybe
be
I'll
Triple
call
H.
you Triple H.
Yeah, you can. That's fine, Randy. That's what.
Thanks, Randy. I appreciate that.
I hate fake wrestling so much. I will never call you that.
Oh, hey, I used to hate it, and my roommates in college loved it, and they got me into it. And the bits
Wow.
are pretty awesome.
What was
I
it
won't
like to
lie
have
you.
such dumb roommates?
Oh, they were dumb, but they were fun.
See,
They were dumb and fun.
Sometimes dumb is fun. You're
It's
right.
fun.
Did
It's
you
fun.
guys jump
Watching
off
them
the
run
beds?
into things.
Oh, we did. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like 100%.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
we had this roommate. One of my roommates is like 6'4", like 280s, huge, and he would just put us. We would try to like wrestle against him. He just put us both in noogies, and that was it from there.
That sounds very romantic.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Mm.
Yeah, I appreciate that. He was a great guy. He was a great guy. I still talk to him. He's a cool dude.
I mean, you never forget your.
He's a
first
gentle
love,
giant,
so,
though.
yeah.
He's a gentle giant. He would never.
Why'd you stop talking, Harris?
I don't know.
He's like,
Music. I got lost in the music, man.
now Harris is smart. He's like, this will end up a promo. I am not saying another word.
Hey, calculated.
So,
Calculated.
George is 7 feet tall. So, our guy who's tall can beat your guys.
He could probably put him
butt.
in a noogie for me if I
Yeah,
asked
he
him. Could you
You
put?
could probably put him in a noogie and then sue him for damages
Oh,
because he's a
That's
lawyer.
true. That's
oh,
true.
because he's a lawyer. So it's like
Oh,
the
yeah.
double. He's got.
He used
like
to be a
both.
prosecutor. Now he's the official lawyer of the Daily Blender. But
Oh,
we have
yeah.
other lawyers too. We have an ACLU lawyer who listens.
Oh, yeah.
How many
And-
lawyers do y'all have?
Many,
yeah.
many. Yeah.
Oh,
You
that's
heard the
good.
show for even one time. We've got lots.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Beer Bob says for Triple H, it was Hunter Hearst Hemsley. So yeah, Triple H is his ring name, but it's real.
Hunter Hearst Hemsley. Okay. Is that his real name or is that like the ring name?
That he's saying is his real name.
It's his real name.
That sounds like somebody we would have put upside down in a garbage can.
Oh, yeah.
Swuzman says, Jeffrey, I noticed you took Keon's picture down off the website. He was a good guy, even though he was very opinionated. Good luck on finding his replacement. Are you If you saw the pictures down, you should see Harris's picture is up now. We don't put a temporary guy up there. That's Harris. Harris got the job, Swaz man.
Gonna have to get used to it. Also, I'm not sure if that is Triple H's real name. I Googled it and it says Paul Michael. I can't read the last name.
Oh, Beer Bob, you lion sack.
I can't read it, but this is Google here.
Or at least that's the pretend name is the Hunter or whatever.
Yeah.
Swazman says, I don't know. Not sure if you're there yet. I'm telling you, he has new hire forms. He has yet to fill out yet, but he has them.
He did send
Beer
them.
Bob, you lion sack.
Can't read it, but this is Google here.
Or did you just clip me saying, Beer Bob, you lying sack? Did you just do that just now, Randy?
I was like, where's that coming from?
Wow. No, you know what I did was I went
said
to
that
the
before.
I went to the website and I forget it auto starts.
Oh, I was going to say
time
that
I
was
do
perfect. That was just like you pull a perfect clip. Chosen One says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Hopefully Randy is having a great birthday. Hopefully you have some Blue Label and a good stogie waiting at home for you.
Actually, I had a beautiful cigar before I went on the air today. It's very nice.
Beer Bob clarifies. He says, yes, that is his ring name, but his real name is Paul. Just like The Rock's real name is not The Rock, it's Dwayne.
Yep.
You know what? When you're talking about fake wrestling, I don't think I need your condescension, Beer Bob. I don't think I need that. You know, your wrestling is what's fake. Okay. Swazman says, are you sure Harris can handle the fourth dimension in your executive producer privileges? You know, the whole whatever you say goes thing, Jeffrey?
I think he can.
We're going to find out.
I don't know what the fourth dimension is. So.
Well, I told you this yesterday.
Yes.
You already forgot?
Yeah. Well, I know what it is, but I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, you're finding out right now.
I found out throughout the show. I found out in brief increments.
Fifth letter says, Harris, plenty of lawyers and magicians in the audience. I'm a listener that gets rid of bodies in the desert for the radio station.
Wow.
We can't thank you enough, fifth letter.
Yeah.
Hefty Lefty says, yeah, got the job for now.
Well, that was ominous.
I know. It makes me worried about my job, to be honest.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
It was really, really personal. You could see it. You kind of sense
Phil, I told you could get on the mic if you wanted, but Filthy Phil texts in, for what it's worth, Triple H's stage name is Triple H, which stands for Hunter Hemsworth Helmsley, but his real name is Paul, as a lot of wrestlers have stage names, a la The Rock. See, I know you took the time to type that out, correct pronunciation and everything, when you could have just turned on a damn microphone. You're in the station.
Yeah. You're just in the other room.
Yeah. But thank you, Phil. Thank you. All right. So he's going to be Harris Hicks. He's not going to be Harrison Hicks.
Or Triple H.
I think Harrison Hicks would be a great radio name. I think it would be even better. And I'm not trying to diss your actual name.
I don't know what to do about that. You got to go to my parents on that one. They're the ones that name me.
No. I'll respect. I'm not going to go to your parents and ask you that. That's
Thank
your
you.
problem.
Thank you.
It's not my problem.
See, back in the day when you had a radio name, it had to be something that was completely different than what your real name was.
Yeah, because people show up at the house.
Yeah, you'd have people looking you up in the Yellow Pages. See, Harris, Yellow Pages was this giant book.
Oh, yeah.
And
I've heard of it.
Yeah, everybody's phone numbers in it. It wasn't on your phone. It was in this giant book. And then you would look up a phone number that way.
And it was always by the phone because the phone wasn't in your pocket. It was actually bolted
attached
to a wall and
yeah.
connected to an actual wire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it had this coiled wire and you could never go very far.
And only one person could use it at a time.
Right.
It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Could take pictures with it.
You know what's crazy as a Gen
was just
Z
a
guy,
phone.
how people did long distance relationships back then.
They
That's
did
crazy to me.
A lot of falling asleep on the actual phone. Slow-mo Zoe says, Randy, what does Dusty Rhodes say about Triple H? Oh, no.
Listen, Daddy, Dusty Rhodes coming at you. Look, this Triple H person was way before my time. Listen, if he was to climb in the ring with some of the greats, it's like saying LeBron James going up against Michael Jordan and his crew from back in the day. You wouldn't even think about it. LeBron James wouldn't last 5 seconds on the court with the greatest of all time in Michael Jordan. And he certainly wouldn't make it with the Knicks Can you imagine a LeBron flop in on the same floor with the dirty Detroit Pistons? I don't think so. So Triple H wouldn't stand a chance against some of the greatest of all time, which is what I am a part of. That's it for me. I'm out.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know this, Harris, but Dusty Rhodes is dead. So that's, I guess, the ghost of Dusty Rhodes. Let's see. Beer Bob says, Jeffrey, unless you only watch documentaries, a lot of stuff on TV and TV movies are scripted, like wrestling. Some people even say sports are rigged. Does that make it fake? It would, if it is.
See, here's the difference.
No, listen. I got this, Harris.
Okay.
Beer Bob, we've had this conversation before. Okay, they pretend that wrestling is real. There's betting on wrestling. Okay, they pretend like it is real and matters, and it doesn't. I know a documentary or a TV show or a movie or anything else is scripted, and I'm not sitting there going, oh my gosh, why don't they save those poor people on Gilligan's Island? Even though people back in the day actually did make those sorts of, they sent letters to the Navy saying, can you please rescue the people from Gilligan's Island? Mm-hmm. But no, this is not the same. To compare fake wrestling to scripted movie and TV shows. But see, the scripted TV shows and movies aren't pretending like they are real in reality. The actors don't still walk around pretending to be their characters. So no, I hate that narrative. If you like professional wrestling, what you like is a soap opera with a lot of action in it. Mm. That's what professional wrestling is. It's a soap opera, a telenovela, if you will. And it's a lot of fake fighting. Do people get hurt? Yes. Is there a lot of athleticism in it? Sure. Is it a sport?
Died.
No.
Died.
You know what? By accident. It wasn't in the script.
I don't know if you purposely planned to die. An accident, yes. Accident has happened. I will say this. I grew up obviously watching all these professional sports that were highly competitive and all this stuff taken very seriously. If you look at wrestling from the lens of like, oh, I don't have to take this seriously. I think if you take it too seriously, then you're going to go to that conclusion. But if you understand some of the bits and the funny things about it, the little things about it, I think it's pretty cool. I'm not obsessed with wrestling. I have friends that are. And it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny to watch. So
make a movie with the characters. Make a TV show with the characters. Then
don't
act like it's a real sport. Don't act like, because it took me until I was 11 years old, and I was like, wait a minute, this is not real, and I was mad. I'm like, I'm sitting here investing my time.
So you're heartbroken.
And watching these guys, and then I started noticing the tricks where they would hit the mat to make it sound like they hit a guy, or they'd hit their own chest to make the slap noise, and I'm like, oh, this is bullcrap. Or
it's Hollywood.
Somebody who has no business winning actually wins, and you're like, I don't understand what's going. This is stupid. And then I realized it was fake. I was like, this is what. There's no point to this.
I love the promos.
Point.
The promos are awesome. That's what I love.
I just hate all of
the promos.
The promos.
Okay.
Heavy Metal Maniac says WWE's known as sports entertainment. It's not sports at all. It's 0% sports. It is absolutely fake.
I would agree with that. It's not, I wouldn't consider it a sport because it's not like you're 100% competing to be the best. It's more so you're competing for the part in the show. So I would consider it Hollywoodish entertainment. Then again, if you're trying to put it in this box of a professional sport, I think you're taking it too seriously.
Like I'll see on CBS Sports website, they'll have like stories about it. I'm like, oh, stop. Fighting Wampa says nothing would piss me off more than one of them people who rip a page out of the yellow pages.
Oh, that was just terrible.
You only would do that at a payphone, but you'd feel guilty about it.
Mm.
You know what I mean? You find it, you're like, I got to save this for later, and then later you'd be like, well, now everybody on that page and the next page, they're not going to be able to find them. I feel bad.
No.
Scratch me because. Says, did Keon move on to bigger and better things, or did Harris take him out to replace him? Harris, I don't know that Harris is ever going to be accused of being a contract killer. I don't think. No.
But Jeffrey, it's always the guy you don't expect.
He might be a spy, but I don't think he's a contract killer.
Okay. All right.
Chosen One says, let's be done with WWE. Hey, Randy, what position would you like to see the Cardinals? I'm going to stop you right there, Chosen One.
Wow.
You don't produce the show. I do.
That's right.
It's like
That's
I'm
true.
like the drunk guy, and you try to like corral me and get me to do something else. Oh no, and that ain't happening either. Aiton's Army says, so I guess there's no more Footprint Center. Yeah, it's true. They said it's called PHX now or something. And he says, yeah, that deal with the Suns is done. I wonder what the naming rights for the Suns arena costs. Blender Center has a nice ring to it.
Oh, say now.
Center.
Hey.
Or
I
the
think we gotta make
Fanatic
this
Arena.
happen. Get the
Fanatic
salesman, get
Arena.
everyone on, man. Make this happen. Yeah.
I feel like that might eat into our bonuses.
What if you put
what if you
put our faces in the middle of the court?
I'm all
see?
for it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
If they can do it for $48, I think we're good.
I think
But
you could-
outside of that,
I think you
Well,
could put like a
48
big
and
thing.
change. Remember, we had some change in there too.
Yeah,
$48. If we negotiate properly, hey, $48. I think what we should do, put a big thing of my face saying Triple H, and then put two little faces, which would be you guys in the background.
No.
Hey, wage
just kidding,
slave,
just kidding.
hit
I'm
the
just
button.
kidding.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Catch all the action of NCAA men's basketball, starting with the game of the week. Got it! Oh, wow! Then conference and regional tournaments, NCAA tourney, March Madness, and the championship game live. Fires from three. Oh, he hit it! Don't miss a moment on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com. Your home for March Madness.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free with Skechers Slip-Ins.
Join the millions of people who are celebrating going hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you just step into and they're on.
It's crazy how something as simple as a pair of shoes have made my life better.
After trying Skechers Slip-ins, I want all my shoes to have this technology. See what everybody can't stop talking about. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a colonial with high ceilings, hardwood floors, and a peaceful neighborhood. And you found it. Now, every Saturday at 6 a.m., you get to wake to the sound of your neighbor's leaf blower. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With AutoPay plus taxes and fees, plus $5 per line without AutoPay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Motorola Edge on us with 24 monthly bill credits and new line for well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 per line connection charge. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. Did you know Harman Solar has gone super high tech? There's an amazing tool at harmansolar.com that'll give you an instant ballpark solar estimate using satellites from space. You just type in a little information, and within seconds, you'll have an idea of just how little money it takes to save big on that monthly electric bill. I did it, and within seconds, they measured my roof and calculated my savings. It's very impressive. Go to harmansolar.com and give it a try yourself. That's harmansolar.com.
The Rich Eisen Show.
The crazy talk was that they would actually wait to sign Micah Parsons in the same way that they've waited to sign Dak Prescott and waited to sign CeeDee Lamb, and that they would take this thing through the summer, and then once the training camp hit, actually consider trading Micah Parsons. I just think it's nuts to consider trading Micah Parsons by any stretch of the imagination.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at 10 a.m. on 1580, The Fanatic.
It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. CK says, Jeffrey, you sound like a scarred ex-girlfriend. Everyone knows wrestling is scripted. Doesn't take away from the athleticism needed to pull off most of the moves. Yeah, there's stuntmen doing the stunts the show requires. I just don't care for that. I want to see real fighting. And, if they were really doing those things, common sense tells you there'd be a lot of people dying. But no, I ain't watching. You guys watch. Go ahead and enjoy. But it's just not for me. Not for me. T. Alicious says, as long as you don't go full Neil or full Ralph, new guy, you will be fine. I don't know if Harris even understands that, but
not really.
Harris has one speed, and that's his speed. He's going to be his own man, no matter what.
Yep, that's facts. That is absolutely facts.
For whatever that's worth. Slow-Mo Zo says, rumor has it, 5 years, 180 million for naming rights of the. I just don't care who does. I just hope it's something better than foot fungus. It's good when it's a good name. You're like, oh, that sounds great. But Footprint was never really
kind of like the Silver Nest.
Well, that's not a sponsor name.
Oh, no, it's a sponsor name. Yeah. I think I made it up, and it's the sponsor name for the Cardinal Stadium.
I think the worst was when the Staples Center went to the Crypto.com arena. That's when it's like, oh, man.
Yeah, now they're calling it the Crypt.
The Crypt,
it's
come
kind
on.
of cool.
Oh, no.
Well, LeBron is pretty old.
I actually see what you're saying.
Scratch from Because says, Harris may not be a contract killer, but are you sure he didn't hire one? From what we pay him? No. Hefty Lefty says Yellow Pages was a multi-tool, Harris. Information book, doorstop, parental threatening tool, target for trap shooting. Oh, no, you're right, Hefty. All the above.
Yeah.
Man, and a high chair for toddlers.
Oh,
sometimes.
Yeah.
It was very thick. Hurry Harry says, okay, enough already, Randy. He said it at 4:12, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, no idea.
Last Optimist says Triple H is so much better than my coworkers, who's KKK.
Oh, man.
He says his name is Kalanith Kumar Kadali. I don't believe you.
Unlucky draw.
Devil
Very
Hawk
unlucky draw.
Says rest in pieces, Filthy Phil. Hardly knew you. Gone to visit Keon, I guess, in the great beyond.
He's still at the station.
Yeah, he's literally sitting right next to Harris. He's just trying to let Harris spread his wings. You got to remember, in this dynamic, Phil is Tom Skerritt, and Harris is Tom Cruise in the original Top Gun.
Mm-hmm.
Phil is his instructor.
Well put.
Sorry, Randy, you're Goose.
I'm Goose?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Why do I always have to play Goose?
Because I can't play Goose.
Why can't I be that other guy that was Viper's friend, the other cat? Remember?
But that's me. I'm Iceman.
No, not Iceman. The other guy that was Viper's friend. Yeah, he was like a assistant teacher or something.
Larry?
Was it Larry? I don't know if it was.
I don't know. We'll just call him Larry, I guess.
All right.
Moist One says LeBron would outmuscle that fat bleep Lambeer. That was a
child, please. It wouldn't even be close. Lambeer would give him bruised ribs, at least one or two bloody noses during the game.
Oh my God. Did you see LeBron bricking away these attempts at game-winning threes? It just was, listen, he can make the shot, and he's a great player. But, as a Laker hater, I did enjoy the futility of that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Just clunk. I got it. Here. And he's like, give it to me. Clunk. Chosen One says LeBron is 1-29 in game-winning shots since joining the Lakers in 2018. He's 0-21 since 2020.
Wow.
Interesting.
Maybe
What a great
don't give it
stat.
to LeBron.
Is that a true stat?
What a great stat.
According to diehard Chicago Bulls fans, it is. No, they're verified on Twitter.
Oh,
that
yeah.
means they're
Yeah, yeah.
important.
Okay.
Fangraphs gets information from them.
T-Licious says, I still miss the almost named Pink Taco Stadium.
What?
Well, they're out of business, or else they can make another run at it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hefty Lefty says, Michael Ironside? You mean codename Jester?
Oh,
Do you want to
Jester.
be Jester?
Yeah, I want to be Jester.
All right.
It was Viper and Jester that were kicking these guys' ass in the sky all the time. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, no, Viper. No. So Viper was Tom
Skerritt.
Maybe I should be Viper.
You're
you should be
Viper.
Jester.
I'm
Harris
Jester.
can be Top Gun. And
Yeah.
since Phil didn't want to be on the show, he can be
He's Goose.
He's
Yeah.
Goose. There we go. I think we've got it all sorted. Have you even seen Top Gun?
I've seen
The
the newest
original?
one. Not
No,
the
you got to
original.
see the original.
The original.
What
Yeah, I'll
the
be honest
hell?
with
How
you.
do you watch the second one without the first one?
You got to
Everyone-
watch the second one first.
Nothing
Or
makes
I mean,
sense.
the first one first.
Yeah, I know. My friend was saying, "Hey, it's a good movie," and I was like, "You know what? Let's go check it out." I'm not a huge movie guy. I go in spurts. I would say with it.
There
I go in
will be
spurts.
required viewing. There will be required viewing.
Depends what it is. Depends what it is.
No, it doesn't. There's
There are-
required viewing.
There are a lot of members of the fourth dimension that go to the movies to spurt too. So
No, we don't talk about those kinds of movies.
no.
Yeah.
Devil Hawk says
No,
Randy is Tom Cruise's girlfriend who looks like a senile old lady now. Oh my God, that's not true. That is
Please.
not right.
Please.
That's not nice.
I'm
he
not
does not
senile.
look
Jennifer
like that.
Connelly does not look like a senile old lady.
He does not look like that.
I'm
No,
not
Rand-
senile.
No, he's not.
No, he looks like an old lady, but he's not senile.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I don't think you look like an old lady, Randy.
Sluzzman says, remember, Suns Arena in the Charles Barkley era was America West Arena back when Michael Jordan came to town. Yeah, that's why I'm glad that airline is no more, because I don't want to call it America West again, because we need new memories. We need a good name and new memories.
Yeah.
Hefty Lefty says, Austin Reeves shooting over 80% in the last 24 seconds of a game with a chance to tie or take the lead in the last 3 years. Too bad he got tossed last night for arguing a correct no call. Stop copying the LeBron complaining, Austin.
Oh, that's wild. That's a wild stat. If it's true. Austin Reeves grew up on a farm. Grew up on a
Is
farm.
that the thing that you get most proud of when you find out somebody else grew on a farm?
I do. I get proud. Yeah.
So what did you have to do? What were your chores on the farm?
Just tons of yard work, scooping up horse manure.
Mhm.
I would have
Any
to do
animal
that.
husbandry?
No, none of that. Dude. No, I would have none of that. Scooping up horse manure.
Yeah.
That sucked. I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys have ever done that. That one's a tough one. Doing work around the barn. Like if I'm, helping, like we had this little tack room we built. So help build that. And
Tack
picking
room
up
is where they put the
sticks,
horsey stuff, Randy.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
That's where they
stalls and stuff. We got a lot of horses.
So how many acres did you guys have?
We unofficially have like 10, but we also use a bunch of back pastures that
Mhm.
like friends of ours.
You're stealing from the neighbors.
Well, they gave it to us. There's a difference from giving it. to
Oh,
you.
okay.
Yeah, so we kind of just like we meet
No
up all
man's
the time
land.
there. Yeah, pretty much. So
Well, 10
he's
ain't-
militarized zone.
10 ain't small, but with the addition of the shared area, but then that must have been glorious.
I mean,
It
yeah,
still is, right? You go home and visit every now and then,
yeah.
breathe some clean air,
That's nice, man. It's
realize that the cell phone signal is spotty, and you're like, I gotta go. Gotta go.
Hey, society moves too fast. It's nice to go somewhere where you can move slow.
I
Yeah,
bet
say
it
that.
is. Yeah.
It's really nice.
I'm kind of jealous of you, Triple H.
Thanks. I mean,
We got to stop talking about this. He might want to go home.
Mhm. Yeah. Can I go
Oh.
with you next time?
hey, yeah, you can. Everyone's welcome at the farm, Randy.
No, good.
Everyone's
Good.
welcome.
All
What if
right.
we showed up with a couple hundred people? Would they have a place for everybody?
You show up with like all the fourth dimension.
Yes.
I went, no, get out.
That's thousands. So
No.
it'd be like Woodstock on your farm.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'll get the horses. I'll get the horses to attack them and run them out.
Oof. Yeah, I
The
don't want to
horses
get
to
attacked by a
attack
horse.
Yeah.
Stampede.
You don't want that. One time, one of my horses ran. My school that I went to was right by where I lived, like a couple minutes away. And the horses ran. They got out of the gates and ran to the school.
Yeah,
Not
and that
kidding.
had been terrifying for all the other special needs students.
Oh,
I just
hey, they wanted to learn that bad. They wanted to get educated.
He's like, I don't need a short bus. It's a short walk. I live right next door to the school.
You could
It's great.
totally, like the old
Yeah.
days, man. You could ride a horse to school.
Oh,
And
really? You could just walk. Just get
get on the side, get on like
you
the
gotta
side of the
shovel
road
up
or the
your own
grass.
poo, though, right?
I do gotta, you do gotta do that.
Hurry Harry wants to know: did you ever have to castrate anything?
I honestly forgot what the definition of castrate is.
Chopping their balls off.
Yeah, animals. Not just animals.
No, did not. Yeah, buried dead animals.
Oh, that's sad. That's
yeah,
really
it's sad.
sad.
It's sad. Yep.
So, was there anything on the farm you ate?
Yeah, a lot of eggs. A lot of
Okay.
eggs.
That's
Yeah.
cool. So, like I said,
Chicken.
it's a gentlemanly farm. It's
See,
a
now
gentlemanly
they
farm.
have chickens, right? I mean, your parents are like ahead of the curve here because
Mm.
everybody else in the world is paying like $19 for a dozen eggs.
Yeah, especially what's going on right now.
They
Yeah.
are briefly rich.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, and
They ought
they're
to
a
be
profitable
packaging
investment.
They ought to be packaging those babies up and selling them.
The thing is my dogs. If you don't watch them, they'll get to the chickens and
Dogs love
they'll eat 'em.
eggs.
Yeah.
Oh my
they'll
God.
eat them
And they'll grab an egg and they'll sit there and kind of gnaw on it and then they'll eat the raw egg out of it.
Yeah, it's like dinner for one of my dogs. She always gets to them, so we got to
Mhm.
watch out. Build a big coop.
Moist One says, "Have you ever had to stick your finger?" No, we're not going to.
Oh no,
I'm
we're
not reading the
gonna go
rest of
there.
that.
I don't even want to know what that is.
Did your dad ever have to do a Dr. Pole on one of the animals, where he gets that big glove on and he just kind of goes in there? But he never had to do that?
No, he didn't have to. I mean, we didn't have cattle. My neighbors had cattle. So they probably have. We did not.
Good God.
The worst thing I got to do is my dog Bebo. He eats a lot of string. He has like some rope toys, and he'll ingest it, and then he'll poop, and it'll be this long string connected to poop, and it'll be kind of hanging out of his hiney, and he'll be like kind of like panicked. And I'll come up to him, and he knows it has to happen. I'll just grab the string and I pull, and he's like, ah! And he starts running. I feel so bad.
He's embarrassed.
But yeah, I've had to help him with that a few different times, and I'm like, when are you going to learn? Don't eat the string, man.
See, I had a surgery years ago. Well, Jeffrey knows. And,
I had to pull string out of Randy too.
Well, yeah, he had to pull string out of me. But I had a buddy there that he's a practical joker, and I had a catheter at the time. And I asked him, please don't put the bag on the other side where my friend could get to it. He will mess with me. So, and sure enough, he did. When he came to visit me, he was like, "Hey, where's your hose at? Let me ask you a few questions here. See if you tell the truth."
Well, I had my appendix out. I was in junior high, and I knew my friend was coming to visit, and his little brother got there first. I said, "Hey, we're going to pull a prank," and I said, "Close the curtain and stand there and start crying, act like." And so he's like, my friend got there, and he's like, he sees little Jay sitting there. He's like, "What's going on?" Oh, he thought I died. And he ran in there, he pulled the curtain open, and I'm like, ah. He's like, ah, and I'm like, ah, and he's like, ah. I just acted to everybody's parts.
Yes, you did.
You did.
And
you
it
did
was
well.
Thank you.
spot on,
Thank
too,
you.
Jeff.
You did well too.
I don't know why we haven't won an Emmy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Scratch Me Because says, did Arnold Ziffel ever come by and visit you at the farm?
Arnold Ziffer he's from the Green Acres.
There's no way Harris knows about Green Acres.
No, I don't think so.
I don't.
No,
I'm gonna be
that
honest
was
with you.
way, way, way before Harris's time.
I don't.
So I think we just had our first one. T-Licious just sent over a thing where the Cubs got the first ever strike zone challenge in a Major League Baseball game.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. So this year's spring training, they're experimenting with the ABS, the automatic braking system. And
automatic base. What is it called? It's the ball. It's the strikes, automatic balls and strike system.
What do you guys think of robot umpires?
I'm all for them because the umpires are so bad. Randy used to be against them, but then after watching the umpires continue to be so horrifically bad, he has joined up on it.
You know what? I think those tough calls are a part of the game. I think it's good. I think it's entertaining when the player and the ump get into it. I think it's good for the game. Man, we don't need more robots taking people's jobs. Come on.
Yeah, we do, because these guys suck at their jobs and there's no accountability, and they get everything so damn wrong. And there's still opportunity for those interactions. because it's only doing balls and strikes. And we've seen some horrific bad calls there.
Oh,
The rest of the time, it's all about humanity. But so here's the new challenge rule on this. Teams will have 2 challenges each at the beginning of each game, and they're permitted to use challenge whenever they like to challenge a ball or a strike. They're challenging the robot, and then they'll go back and determine whether or not there was a right or wrong. If it was a failed challenge, you lose a challenge. So that's the new rule they're trying in the minor league baseball.
Interesting. Not for
in the spring training.
The less human we get, the less and less entertaining sports gets.
That's odd to hear from someone your age. Somebody young.
Why's that?
I would think you guys would be all about the technology.
I'm not for it. Hey, maybe my peers are, but I'm not for it.
Just a tip says Fremont Junior High, Mesa, 1972. FFA kids rode their horses up to school, picketed them.
That's awesome.
All day, ride them home. I had just moved from New York City after parental divorce. I had to learn how to adjust that.
That's a culture shock if I've ever seen one. Wow.
Yeah.
And where is this junior high?
It's in Mesa. That's just you have to look at a map.
Mesa,
it's in the Phoenix Metro.
Yeah, I know what that is. I mean, that's a culture shock, man. I know a school right next to me had bring your tractor to school day. Yep.
See, now that's the kind of community I want to live in.
The parking would be horrific.
Yeah. I don't know how that worked. I didn't go to
big tractors, little tractors,
yeah,
little mowing lawnmowers.
Yeah, it was a tradition. Kid. Page High in Tennessee. It was a tradition.
Hefty Lefty says should go with the Mercury Arena. They had 3 titles in that building.
Well, that's true.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Big George says, let's get them to rename the stadium 1580 the Fanatic Court and at Jeffrey O'Brien Memorial Arena.
Oh, well, there it is right there.
So, Harris, you need to understand, I have been trying to name certain things. Like we're going to do a mini golf tournament called the second annual. The first one would be called the second annual Jeffrey O'Brien Memorial Mini Golf Classic. But my wife hates that. And I said, it doesn't mean I'm dead. I just want people to remember me. And but she won't let me do that. So we can't have anything be the Jeffrey O'Brien Memorial anything.
Yeah, no.
My wife does not like it.
No.
Heavy Metal Maniac says, I'm a baseball purist. I love baseball. Too many changes coming. And I hate automatic umpires. Stupid.
I agree with the automatic umps. I think the pitch clock good for the game, though.
He sells beer at the games, too, by the way.
Oh, does
he gets to see lots of games.
See, the pitch clock, I agree with you. The pitch clock is that helped the pace of the game.
Yeah. I mean, there's a shot clock in basketball. There's a delay clock in football. Come on now.
CK, I'm not going to call you hot beef injection. I'm not. He says Major League Baseball umps get the calls right 95% of the time. That's better than the refs in the Chiefs games. Yeah. I don't know about those numbers, CK, but I do know these numbers. My dog is informing me that we are late for a break. So I don't know if can you hear people in the background?
Oh, I can hear. I can hear him.
He talks all the time. Like
got something to say.
He never shuts up. He really thinks he's in the conversation with us.
Yeah.
Oh, he is.
He is.
Yeah, I'm talking about you.
He deserves a spot in it.
He's the boss, though, so it's time to go. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with DayQuil VapoCool. It's DayQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is DayQuil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a colonial with high ceilings, hardwood floors, and a peaceful neighborhood. And you found it. Now, every Saturday at 6 a.m., you get to wake to the sound of your neighbor's leaf blower. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
Mom, where are my keys?
Why do I have to take out the garbage? I'm too sick to go to school. Quit hogging the bathroom!
If you're having a hard time living with all the noise, it's even harder to live without it. Fake pills with fentanyl are the #1 killer of youth in Arizona. Learn how to talk to your kids at talknowaz.com. This message is sponsored by the Substance Abuse Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
My pain is considerable, but that prescription is dangerous.
The side effects of my medicine are worse than my condition.
I'm in recovery. I can't take those pills.
When faced with a health crisis, you shouldn't have to choose between risks.
At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our medical doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. Our naturopathic doctors can restore pain-free joint function and restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves immediate physical symptoms without having you take a bunch of pills. If traditional medicines aren't working, don't you think it's time to start feeling like yourself again? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
There's something you can do today that will impact all your tomorrows. Open an AZ 529 education savings plan. Contribute just $50 a month, and you'll have nearly $20,000 by your child's high school graduation, or as a great start towards your own education savings. Your money grows tax-free and can be used for college, vocational school, or workforce training. Learn more at az529.gov. Do it today for all your tomorrows.
This message is sponsored by the Office of the Arizona State Treasurer.
Never again will you have to say, I missed that segment. I'm such a dinkus.
He's so lame.
Never miss an important segment, favorite host, or show again. Check out our podcast and listen whenever and wherever you want.
It's the reason Al Gore invented the internet.
Follow us on Facebook or Twitter or at 1580thefanatic.com.
The Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Man, Harris is a young guy just out of college.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we're old.
No,
we're
just
not
means he's
old.
young.
We're older, not old. I mean, but it is sort of humbling to realize that the kids that were born in 1995, they're turning 65 this year. So that is really a hard one for me to take.
I don't think that's true.
It's not true. Yeah. Math doesn't add up.
Yeah, don't argue with my math. I mean, we don't do math here, but unless you got better math, you just keep it to yourself. Okay. Let's clean up the text line here. Moist one wants to call it the Griner Arena. Well, it's not going to. She left. She's no longer with the Mercury, I don't think. T-Licious says robot umps are needed. Sorry, people. Get used to it. I agree. 100%.
Disagree.
Heavy Metal Maniac says, reminder, I've worked every season that the ballpark has been open since 1999. Before that, young men was born. That young man was born. He's talking about you, Harris. I was working at the park. Like, which park? Like,
yeah, which park?
Are you selling beer to kids? Guess I'm over by the swing sets. If anybody needs a beer. That's actually Heavy Metal Maniacs right there, Harris. Coom says they just let go of an ump for quarrels with betting. Oh, yeah, that's right. They did do that. That's true.
Yeah.
Sorry if I missed it, says the Jet. Where is new Keon from? And when can we start making fun of him? Well, so far, people have decided today is a good day to make fun of him.
They have.
And he's not new Keon. It's Harris Hicks. That's his name, Harris Hicks. And well, he's from Tennessee. That's what he tells us.
That's right.
I don't know if I believe him, though, because he doesn't have any kind of an accent.
That's his story, and he's sticking to it.
It comes out when I'm upset. It takes a while to get me upset, though.
Challenge accepted.
Shouldn't have said that
All
on
right.
live radio.
Yeah,
Harris.
no, I shouldn't have said that, man.
No.
People will take the bait. I'm learning, man.
Keon Rose was the most patient human being on the planet. But it would take 3 or 4 years where he started screaming at us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And when he left here, he was a bloodshot-eyed, heavy-breathing maniac.
Yeah,
that's because what's the fourth dimension did to him.
Gosh, the fourth dimension.
He's going to be in therapy, I think.
Oh, yeah.
T-Licious says, no one asked for your opinion, new guy. Well, I think, actually, that's not true. A lot of people are asking for the opinion of the new guy.
People are asking. Yep.
Soccer Mom Assassin says, just have a giant arrow pointing to the Suns arena that says Coyotes were here. I liked it.
Sad.
Oh, I liked it. Now I'm sad. You're right.
Yeah.
Scratch Me Because says Terminator robot umps would be super interesting. Oh yeah, like they had the body and the whole thing and the laser eyes. The Jet says, wow, Harrison Hicks is the whitest name I've ever heard. It's not Harrison, it's Harris. Did I say Harrison?
You've said it, but you've clarified it's Harris.
Sorry.
Randy, you got a couple dogs in the background.
I do.
He knows
the big
that,
one,
Harris.
The big one is Cecil, and the smaller one is Blue.
Oh, that's cool.
And they are my producers here.
Yeah.
They produce a lot of barking noises.
Yeah.
And Blue
Someone's
tries to
gotta
get
call
up here
shots.
and press all my buttons all the time.
Sometimes he does.
Yeah, he does.
Someone's
And
got
then-
to call the shots. Make sure everything's going swiftly.
He's also a Foley artist. Blue will make the squeaky noises with the toys.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Hefty Lefty, he says, what are your favorite teams you root for? Big Shoots. I think he meant Big Shot. So you got to, when they ask you that, Harris, they don't care about your college teams.
Yep, just pro teams.
So just hit them with the top four.
All right. Titans, Tennessee Titans. I know. Nashville Predators, Memphis Grizzlies, and free agent in the baseball market. But the Diamondbacks have an intriguing offer for me.
Yeah, we're trying to get him.
Intriguing offer.
Maybe even bully him into being a
Diamondbacks fan. Yeah.
We don't care who he follows as long as it's not the Dodgers or the Yankees.
The Yankees also have a potentially intriguing offer.
So you're from Tennessee.
Yes.
You're surrounded by great baseball. You got the Cubs. You got the Reds. Who else do you have?
I'm far from Chicago. I'm like 8 hours. Cincinnati, I've got 4.
You
The
got
Braves are the most
Nationals.
common one.
You got good night. You got the Mets or the Yankees. I mean, you got tons and tons of teams around.
I do.
Tennessee.
I just have no. Okay, so there are 2 teams that I like. I'll say the Diamondbacks. I'm a Diamondbacks enthusiast. We'll call it.
Okay. All right.
And the Braves, just because
I
a
was gonna
lot
say
of
the
people around me.
Braves.
The Braves are like the team of the South. Like a lot of people around me, they're Braves fans. And so I like the Braves.
I can
root for the
understand
Braves.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kyle G says, don't pick on our new co-hosts, fellow Texters. Randy and Jeffrey have already put a dozen co-hosts into an early grave. I got your back, Harold.
It's Harris.
Yeah, it's actually Harris. It's not Harris. Isn't short for something, is it?
No.
Yeah.
Nope. And I know that's not going to be the last time I'm going to say that, but it is not. It is not.
Dude, they're going to call you everything. That starts
they're
with
going to call
H.
me. Yeah, they're going to call me everything.
Let me see.
Possibly could.
We're going to actually count because it's not even close to true. We had the first guy, and then he left. We had a boring guy. Then the first guy came back, and then the first guy left. Phil subbed in, but he was never. I mean, he was kind of official, but it was always temporary because and then we got Keon and Kaler,
Kaler,
Quitter Kaler, because he got his dream job 6 months later.
Yeah, but before Kaler, we had Steve.
He wasn't. He never ran the board.
No, he didn't run the board. No.
He was just a guy we had hanging around.
But
until he didn't.
Until he blew his top. But I think we ruined him for good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was fun. I'm not going to lie to you. But so as far as co-hosts, like actual picture on the thing.
So it was, Kaler.
So it was Eric, boring guy. Can't remember his name.
Adam.
Can't remember his name.
Adam.
Kaler, Keon. So it's actually you're the 5th since 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, Chuck was there for the first little bit, but that, I don't know, that doesn't count. So yeah, you're 5th. You're a 5th version of what you're doing.
Duly noted. 5th. Got a starting 5.
Cinco de Harris.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
So yeah, not a dozen, Kyle G. 91680 says Farmer Harris doing a good job.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
You don't mind being called Farmer Harris?
I totally don't mind that.
Okay.
Don't mind.
It's like Farmer Ted from 16 Candles. Rob Diz says this kid looks like the RH kid from Modern Family. I don't know what
RH
that
Kid.
means.
I've seen Modern Family, but I don't know who the RH Kid is.
No idea what that means.
RH Kid.
Eye Candy says, "Don't worry, Triple H, we got your back." That might become a thing.
Thank you.
Triple H, yeah.
Cliff Dingleberry says, I'm not going to say his name again, but that guy blowing up is my favorite Blender moment.
What do you mean blowing up? What happened?
No, it's Phil's fault. You should put the speakers on so Phil can hear this. We were doing the show. Phil was running the board, and Randy and I were on, and then this other guy was on, and we were I don't know what we were talking about, and Randy and I both took a turn giving him a hard time about what he was saying. But then Phil came in and he just put the cherry on top by saying the same thing we had said. He's like, that's it. F you guys. He threw the headphones down, dropped the F-bomb twice, and stormed off.
Phil Dingleberry did?
No. No.
Phil
I can't. I'm not going to say the name. No, Phil didn't.
Oh,
Phil was
okay.
the guy who set off the guy who had that moment.
His name rhymes with leave.
Yeah, which is what he did. Whistling Gerbil says, "I'm assuming Herman's college team is Tennessee." Herman, it's Harris,
dude.
But you are correct.
Yep, University of Tennessee. That's correct. And ASU.
Let's see here. Yes, thank you, Moist One. Yeah, every time that he comes up, he sends me a picture of him. Heavy Metal Maniac says, "Who's the Bumblehead guy?"
Bumblehead.
I think he means Harris because of the curls.
Because of the.
Oh, I see.
We're gonna get him lit. I don't mean. Okay, maybe I should rephrase that. It sounds like we're endangering
Using
a
some
minor.
Gen Z slang here.
Right. We're gonna light you up. No, hurry, Harry.
It could mean a bunch of things.
Hurry, Harry. He says, "Has Harris said vaginale yet?" No, he's not going to. He's a good kid.
Say that.
Moist One says Shakespeare vodka. Rainy City Bitch Pigeon says, "Did you guys set Huck up with a nice apartment in Maryville?" It's a long story, man.
Yeah.
Just a tip says, "Hey Harris, watch your ass. This is a bloodthirsty but also greatest supportive group you've ever known, and I'm good either way. It's just up to you." Wow. Scratching Because says, "Hey, how about them Knoxville Smokies AA affiliate of the Chicago Cubs, huh?"
Yep.
Look at people Googling. Isn't that sweet?
Yeah.
Slave Dave says, "Harris, when you're dealing with criticism from the fourth dimension, you need to develop a fourth dementia. That way you don't remember anything they said the next time you're on the show."
Very good.
That's actually
very good.
Very witty and innovative. Yeah.
That's solid right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Swuzman says he's watching PGA golf with the dogs and going for walks. As usual, PGA golf makes the dogs super calm and sleepy, which is great for a professional dog sitter. Hefty Lefty says, "You know what? There's no teams worth hating." Smart man. And yes, I mean Big Shoots. Letterkenny. I don't remember Big Shoots from Letterkenny. I'm going to fill me in on that. I've watched the entire show, but it's been a few years. So, yeah. Oh, have you watched Letterkenny, Harris?
Have not.
I don't think you should.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's a dirty show. Harris is a nice young man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But it's on Hulu, and it's the funniest thing you'll ever see. But maybe not for you. Slow Mo Zo says, "Hey, thanks for stealing my Oilers hemorrhoid." Well, you know, his Tennessee Titans used to be the
I
Oilers.
see.
It's not their fault. It's
Now it's
not Bud
hemorrhoid.
Adams' fault. Then build a new stadium.
You don't want that, Triple H. Hurry Harry says, "Harris, I got your back." And not like Moist One. Don't let him have any part of your back. Yeah. So,
Thanks, man.
Ooh.
Appreciate
all
that.
right, guys, 2 hours down, 1 to go. Come on back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super Oversized laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times the Febreze freshness versus Gain Original Liquid.
Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings for next level laundry.
Today, we meet Sarah.
Oh, hi. Welcome to the local Dell.
Sarah owns a small business, just like you.
Oh, yeah. And I could always use more customers.
Sarah knows how frustrating it can be when customers can't find you online. Wrong phone numbers, outdated listings, or bad reviews holding you back.
Ugh, I need it to be easier for people to find me. Help.
Visit snapshotmybusiness.com and you can get a free comprehensive report of your online storefront. We'll check everything. Your business listings, online reviews, social media posts, and even how your website ranks on search engines.
Wait, I can get a free snapshot report of all that?
That's right. The Snapshot Report shows you what needs fixed to attract more customers and grow your business.
Snapshotmybusiness.com.
Yep, it's easy. Just log on to snapshotmybusiness.com today and see how your business stacks up. Snapshotmybusiness.com. Your path to more business.
Want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with Dayquil VapoCool. It's Dayquil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is Dayquil VapoCool.
Dayquil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Did you know that daily multivitamins boost your health on the inside and the outside? It's true. Multivitamins with folic acid boost energy levels, improve your mood, and promote overall wellness. And if you decide to have a baby, they can help prevent birth defects in a pregnancy. That's why the Arizona Department of Health Services is offering a free 3-month supply of multivitamins. Visit azdhs.gov/PowerMe-A2C for free vitamins.
Sponsored by the Arizona Department of Health Services.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, where every nail-biting overtime win, breakaway, pick six, three-point shot, underdog win, buzzer beater, shootout, walk-off, and absolutely every play in between is amazing. From football to basketball and hockey to baseball, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what? Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside birthday boy, Randy White. We got Harris Hicks in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And, Bullseye says, Harris reminds me of Rold from Letterkenny. Problem, no. Problem has a massive drug program and loves headbanger music. No, he's the absolute opposite of Rold. He's not. No, that's no, just no. Hefty Lefty says they would refer to lots of people as big shoots. Example, Wayne was going to tell everyone about seeing Stewart's horn, but was beaten around the bush. So Katie said, spit it out, big shoots. Okay. I guess I never noticed that. I guess it just sounded like Canadians saying big shot. So that one didn't stick with me, Hefty. All right. So let's talk some, I haven't even dented in to what I prepared for the show, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. The Fourth Dimension does this.
I feel like it's time to start the show then.
I feel like we should start the show.
Yeah.
So that's what happens, Harris. I'll come with an entire figured out radio program. And then
Fourth Dimension just starts riffing, and I start riffing, and then Randy starts riffing, and it just goes where it wants to go. We have talked sports. There has been sports talked about in this program, but nothing I had prepared. So let's see what we get to. The Milwaukee Bucks, Bobby Portis got banned 25 games for violating the anti-drug policy. He says that he accidentally used the wrong pain medicine. Heroin is probably the wrong pain medicine.
Heroin. Jeez.
I haven't looked at the list, but I'm going to tell you it's probably banned.
Wow.
I'm sorry. It was Toradol. Toradol?
Never heard of it.
Me either.
Toradol, yes. I'm very, very familiar with it.
Oh, okay. So, how does he accidentally take Toradol, Randy?
Well, it's a prescribed pain medication, and if he has a bottle and, he gets kind of confused on which one it is.
I'm confused. Toradol would have been fine, but he took Tramadol. So he took Tramadol thinking he was taking Toradol.
Yes, he
got confused. The drug names can I'm on the blood pressure stuff, Metro.
Yep.
And I couldn't tell you how it's spelled unless I'm looking at it because it's just a lot of blah, blah, blah. So I mean, maybe that's just plausible that Bobby Portis thought he was taking Tramadol, took the Toradol.
Right. And
vice versa. Scratch that, reverse it.
It can happen very easily. They're both prescribed prescribed pain medications. And, if you're thinking with Tramadol, but you see the Toradol and it looks like Tramadol, bam, you're taking it. It's done. Done is done.
Why is Tramadol banned? What is, what's wrong with it that's not wrong with Toradol?
I don't know. It's just a pain medication, but it must have some sort of a substance in it that the NBA doesn't like for whatever reason. I don't know.
Interesting.
Maybe Triple H can answer that question.
If it's not performance enhancing, I don't know why they're getting picky on this.
Okay, research found, according to the BBC, that it had potential to enhance sports performance. So could be considered a steroid.
So the pain medication
definition.
All of a sudden, like eating spinach, you just pop a bunch of muscles and hair comes out of your chest like pot pie.
Yeah, oh yeah. That happens to me all the time when I eat
Tramadol will make you super duper man. Toradol just make your owies and boo-boos less owie and boo-boo.
Yeah. That's what it seems like. Although I don't quite know the details behind why it is considered something that could enhance sports performance for the NBA. I don't know the details among that, but
if it's on that list that they put out,
there must be
like
something.
You said, it has the potential to help you play the game better.
Yeah.
So
it was recently added. Here's something interesting. Recently added to the banned substance list of the NBA this past spring.
Says he got it from an assistant. So now what I've done is on my super household computer, I have brought up and I'm looking at the pills.
Yeah.
And Tramadol comes in a variety of shapes and sizes, where Toradol comes just in a round pill, sometimes with an M, sometimes with a KT on it. The Tramadol, which you're not supposed to take, is just all sorts of stuff on it.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, what I'm trying to look at is, should it have been obvious that these were not the right pills?
Well, let me say an ESPN article, as I was just reading, said that it was just literally recently added this past spring. So there's a chance Bobby Portis just didn't know it was a recently added pill.
I think there's a chance he did know. And here's the next sentence that makes me think he absolutely did. Portis will not appeal the suspension.
That's probably because he knew he took it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, whether you knew you took it or not, it was more about intent and how many did he take. They're like, oh, you only took a couple. It was a pill, one pill that got popped positive. I would appeal the hell out of this. I would appeal the hell out of this if I was innocent.
If it's on the policy, and whether you took it knowingly or unknowingly, you can't really appeal it because it was already taken. And so by rule, I guess you're suspended. It's not so much they're not looking for intent; they're just looking for the end of the action and not the intent, the result of the action.
I think context matters. Accidents matter. You know, if you can get a positive test off of one pill and you're like, what did that? You know, oh my God, no, I'm not supposed to take that. You know, or even report it when it happens, saying, hey, just so you know, this has happened. You know, self-report, accidental, taking of it. I think they need to be reasonable about these things. But to give a guy a 25-game suspension, accidentally taking one pill, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah,
unless there's more to this that we don't know.
Yeah, it might just be the league rules too. Like if you get suspended for a certain thing, you're supposed to just take the. I don't know. It's interesting.
Rainy City Bitch Pigeon says, "Hey Harvey, you eating at any good spots in Phoenix yet?" Well, dude's been here for like how many years? You've been here, Harris?
In Arizona. I mean, I went to college, so 4.
Yeah. So, well, what's your favorite place to go eat?
Dude, Waffle House, easily. Waffle House is 100% my favorite place.
No kidding.
It's a little taste of home because he's from the South.
There's
the
nothing
dirty,
like
dirty
breakfast
South.
food. Oh, it's not dirty.
I'm only saying that because I have former co-hosts used to call it that.
The dirty South?
Yeah, and I'm
Depends.
like, if you really call it that, and he's like, no, they like it when you call it that.
There's places where you could say, places where you couldn't say. Like if you get to like Memphis, you could say that, or other cities.
I've never said it before. I just wanted to see how you'd react because I didn't know which way that would go.
Yeah.
Jonesy says, "What college did Harry go to?" Well, he went to ASU.
ASU works up.
Greetings, dudes, says a new texter on the text line.
Oh, no kidding. Wow.
He says, first time texter, long time listener. Love this show. I like the new guy. I miss Keon too. Keep up the good work. Love.
Wow.
Love who? Who are you?
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
You've been listening for
Very
a long time.
mysterious.
We should probably get a texter nickname for you there.
How about Mysterio?
Mysterio. The Jet says, as I drive around the valley all day long, I only listen to sports talk radio. So therefore, I have to consider you guys sports talk radio. And I've never heard so much hockey talk until the last couple of days. You guys watching the game tonight? You're damn right we are.
Yeah.
Of course we are.
Big, man. It's tribal. It's us
Team
against
USA.
Canada, nation against nation, man. Heck yeah.
Swave Dave says, Toradol, hell, nearly killed them all. Am I right? No, Dave. No, Dave. No. Just the Tip says Canadian big shoots refers to someone acting tough and making it. Yeah, I think I got that now. I just never noticed it.
Very well.
Swazman says Jeffrey, no kissing up to the host, right? All textures and all new guys need you to just follow your lead. That's what I've learned. I don't even understand what you just said, to be honest.
Yeah, nor do I. Doesn't pick up. Yeah, not picking up.
Are you on tramadol? So I guess Anthony Edwards has a potty mouth. Minnesota Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards, he's like, I gotta stop swearing so much, and he's like, yeah, he's a bunch of my money is going out the window because of all the fines. Yeah, here's the thing, you're allowed to swear while you're playing basketball. You're just not allowed to swear when they put the mic in front of you. And he's had a habit of doing that, and he's used some, I can't repeat any of it, but he says, remember, I don't do overtime, so bleep it. That was a live television interview. And he got fined $100,000 for that, $75,000 for criticizing officials, $25,000 for saying effing and another word during a post-game interview. After all them fines, then he got another $50,000 fine because he was flipping the bird.
Oh boy.
$75,000 for criticizing officials. What do y'all think about that?
I feel like if you're right, you should be allowed. If what you say is correct about what the officials got wrong, you should be in the clear.
You know what I think?
Go ahead.
Okay.
I was just going to say, I think there's a way to go about it and there's a way not to go about it. And I would say, okay, I don't want to exaggerate, but I would say 90% of the NBA players just go off on these guys. They don't even start with a, hey man, wasn't that a foul? Or, hey, did you miss that? Or was I seeing things? Or, something along those lines to start some sort of a discussion. You just can't go like from 0 when you're playing the game to 1,000% all afterburner at this official. That's why what's his name? Austin Reeves got thrown out the other night because he went from the play right into the official's face, yelling at him. And I just don't think it's a way to do anything.
We're not there, Randy. And at some point, anybody can reach a potential level of frustration. And then you realize the only way I'm going to get through to this guy is this way. I hate when they do it too, but I mean, I'm not out there playing, so I can't say what spurs that on. You're responsible for your own mouth. You're responsible for the words that come out. But maybe it's worth the money if that's the price of doing business to try to get that point across, or to try to get the ref to like stop giving you bad calls. I don't know.
Here's an idea. What officials have press conferences?
They would never survive.
Well, here's the thing. Honestly, I think it would do the opposite effect, because if you let them be human to the audience and to say, hey, a chance for him to get a platform to talk about like what he saw. It's like, hey, look, I'm trying. I'm human. I messed up here. People appreciate that. People are like, oh, you know what? He's not perfect. But these officials like go completely behind the scenes. And so people don't know them. And so it's easy to get frustrated when you don't have a face, So I think they should have press conferences.
Sorry, I was just picturing a bunch of referees with no faces. My God, he's got no face. He can't breathe.
On the next episode of American Horror Story.
So this new texter, the first time texter, long time listener, says, I don't know if I want a texter nickname. I like being mysterious. I'll leave it up to Randy to call me whatever he wants.
Mysterio.
You're Mysterio now.
Mysterio.
It just happened. So, but why wouldn't you want a texter nickname?
He does have one. It's Mysterio.
Mysterio. You've been trying to get rid of that one for a long time. Now we have a Mysterio on the text line.
Mysterio.
Welcome to the show. Let's see here. Hefty Lefty says, been a lot of money, but luckily for him, it's like 0.1% of his $244 million contract.
Yeah.
He's put out $285,000 this year, but he's going to make $42.2 million. So cost of doing business, I guess. I don't know. But he's like, that's kind of gross. You know what I mean? To waste that kind of money.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle G says, what happened to all our Canadian texter friends? I thought this hockey tournament would have had them swarming in here. Well, we determined that a lot of them were not real. We're still trying to determine if this next guy is real. Because remember when I said, send me a picture of you with your license so I can see your name and your Canadian info.
Yep.
Dead silent since. Just a Tip says, choosing Waffle House. I already love you. That's
what?
Great, Just a Tip. Wow. He loves you too, just not in love with you.
Ooh.
So there's a reason they don't bolt down the furniture. It would completely destroy the fun. Well, I guess he means of Waffle House because people start throwing furniture.
Oh yeah. Waffle House fights happen all the time.
Have you seen a brawl? Have you been a part of a Waffle House brawl?
I've not been a part of a Waffle House brawl, but I've seen things.
Dirty Bird, haven't heard from you in a little bit. Actually, a few days ago. Okay. Hey, Harry. I don't think we're going to call him Harry. I feel like that's the thing. Like, I don't, I'm not Jeff. I'm Jeffrey. So he's Harris. He says, what's ASU's basketball record? Just curious. Oh, I see.
12-14.
A little haterade there for Dirty Bird.
Yeah. It's not great. Not great. Not
Nobody
a great
pretended
season.
It was.
Yeah.
Nobody on the show is a homer. We love our teams, but if our teams stink, we're going to tell you. Our team kind of stinks. We had a conversation the other day, big George in it almost, like, oh, they got to fire Hurley. And that's not like us to have that when we get to that point in the conversation, you're getting close, right?
Yep.
Kyle G says, I think Huckleberry is onto something with the ref press conference. Long ago, when a ref cost Verlander a no-hitter, the ref went to the mic in tears apologizing, and Detroit and Verlander forgave him and publicly supported the guy. I remember that.
I don't think it was Verlander. Yeah. I don't think it was Verlander.
Well, who was that? It was somebody.
I know his name. I can't think of it right now.
Bob Boberson.
Jim Joyce
This
was
did
the
happen.
was
This
the
did happen, though.
official. He was the ref or the umpire. Oh man, what was the guy's name?
Someone will remember.
Yeah.
Slave Dave says, "Is there a YouTube channel for the people of Waffle House? You know, like there's one for the people of Walmart." Oh, I think there has to be. There has to be a collection of Waffle House fights.
Yeah. Yeah.
How
There
many-
is.
How many fights have you seen?
There for sure is. I don't even know.
Incidences?
Just at Waffle House or
Yeah,
like in
yeah,
general?
just at Waffle House. No, not in your life. I don't have time for that.
I haven't seen many. In Waffle House, honestly, probably only one or two. I haven't seen a whole. I've seen verbal altercations, but in terms of like physical, physical, having maybe only one, honestly. So
Hey, that's more than you get at most places.
yeah, it happens.
Brooks Koepka is on the text line. Says USA, USA, USA.
You tell him, Brooksy. You tell him.
Chances
Hell
we're gonna
yeah.
boo their national anthem, Canada's.
Here's the
hope
thing.
not.
I wouldn't, but Boston will. You know what I mean?
I hope not.
We've
Be-
made
be-
a
be
listen, they've
classy
made a
here.
point of continually booing the United States' national anthem every chance they get in Canada.
Yep.
So why would you expect the classless people who live in Boston to be any different?
What if we
Because
were
they're-
just completely silent?
That would be amazing.
Like just completely silent. Like
That's better.
You know, if someone like you're driving and someone like flicks you off on the road, has road rage, and you just look at them, you just say nothing and go on your day. That says more of a message than it does if you flick them back. Because they're not. You're not
Sorry.
gonna let them drag you down to their level.
How are you flicking somebody from a car?
You can see it. You can see
like
it. You roll
this?
down
You
down
just
your window.
flick?
No, flicking someone off
You're
like
flicking
middle
a-
finger.
You know that's called flipping off. That's a flip off. A flick is when you got a boogie and you can't just.
Oh, you flicking someone? I've heard of
That's
that.
flicking.
Oh,
I've never heard
that.
somebody say, "I got
Flick
flicked
someone
off in
off.
traffic today."
I've
Well,
heard that.
Pretty sure you got flipped off.
Oh well. I think.
By
I've
the
heard
way,
flicked off.
that is the official sound effect of the middle finger. Here, watch how this works. You ready? There you go. That's how that works. Harris won't even look at the screen when I did that. He wouldn't even look at the screen. He had
No,
sound effects and everything.
I was looking at flick off. Yeah. I knew it was coming. I knew it was
Nobody on the planet calls it flicked off.
Oh.
You can't find it on Google. I got flicked off in traffic.
I don't know what I'm. I
That's
guess
charming.
I've been living a lie. I've been
That's
living a lie.
charming, kid.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's flipped off.
Well,
It's all right. It's all right, Triple H.
hey,
It's all right.
Thanks.
Hey,
for that,
maybe
Randy.
you can get that
It's about
started.
how you respond. It's about how you bounce back. And I'll say the overarching meaning of what I'm trying to say is don't let someone drag you down to their level. If they
Right.
flip you off in traffic, don't respond. Who cares? That shows more of a message.
Oh, I never do because in this town, everybody's got a gun.
Everyone. Yeah, that's true. Arizona gun rights, man. It's the Wild West out here.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
My wife likes to start new words. I like to start new words. So if you want that to be yours, then we support your
Flick off.
calling it flicked off.
I might coin it my term.
I flicked that guy off. He didn't know what to do because I'm in traffic doing this, like, looking at a guy, and he's like, "What does that even mean?"
He's like, "What?" Yeah, you're like this, and he's like, "Dude, what are you talking about?"
He's trying to. That's some weird sign language there.
Yeah.
Brooks Koepka
potentially.
likes flicked off. Rob Diz says, "So I believe I've coined the name Radio City Bitch Pigeons."
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a well-known one. I don't know if you coined it, Rob Diz, but we have a texter with that name now. Just the Tip says, "Don't boo the Canadian national anthem, but have all the players come out wearing a 51 on their jersey." Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I agree.
well,
100.
Ooh, that would be awesome. Yeah.
Somebody suggested the same thing the other day. It might have been Just the Tip, but I agree. I agree.
Wow.
100. Like the kids say, 100. That's bussin'. Just the Tip.
Yeah.
That's totes ridic, man.
Randy, that's just you
I
just
haven't even
made
heard
that up. That's
I haven't
not-
even
Are you
heard that
kidding
one.
me? Are you kidding me?
I haven't
Never heard
heard that,
ridic.
Go ahead, Triple H. Tell him that is total kid jargon right there. Go ahead, tell him. Tell him, Triple H.
I really haven't heard of it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm sorry,
Damn.
Randy. I know, dude. I'm sorry.
I get that right. That is total kid sting, man.
Nobody
Totes
calls it ridic.
Nobody calls it ridic.
Nobody.
Yeah, I haven't heard it.
Harris.
I haven't heard it.
I have two.
You've heard
co-hosts
it?
That
I haven't heard it.
You haven't heard it. Okay.
Maybe it's a thing. I just
Sorry,
haven't
Randy.
heard it.
Oh, look at that. Receipts. Somebody's got receipts. Rob Diz says, I got proof that I'm the one who coined the name. He sends me a text message that he sent Wednesday, March 17th, 2021. Oh, funny. He says, Phil Abuse Hotline coming soon. And he says, let's see. He says, I've always called the Seahawks Rainy City bitch pigeons, but you seem cool, Ralph. Well, you got that wrong.
Wow.
Yeah, wrong.
All right. Well, okay. Maybe you did. Maybe Rob Diz did. Do we give him this one? I think we give him
I
this
think we should. I think we should, yeah.
Brooks Koepka says, totes ridic for show.
See?
Just because you
Thank
make
you,
it
Brooksy.
sound like
Thanks,
that doesn't
Brooksy.
mean it's
I love
legit. CK says, hot beef injections say, that's Skibbity toilet. Ohio, just the tip.
I don't think you guys will get that. Do you guys understand that?
So we play the song Skibbity Bop Bop Bow. But I just found out what Skibbity Toilet was. And I'm just like, huh, okay. I don't know why.
I'll tell you what Skibbity Toilet is. It's totes ridic.
Okay, we're going to take a break and hopefully
See how that
Randy will
just
forget to
flows
say that
off the
again.
tongue? See how that just worked?
Your tongue. Nobody wants to hear it, Randy. Nobody. It's Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super size laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times the Febreze freshness versus Gain Original Liquid.
Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings for next level laundry.
Today, we meet Sarah.
Oh, hi. Welcome to the local Dell.
Sarah owns a small business, just like you.
Oh, yeah. And I could always use more customers.
Sarah knows how frustrating it can be when customers can't find you online. Wrong phone numbers, outdated listings, or bad reviews holding you back.
Ugh, I need it to be easier for people to find me. Help.
Visit snapshotmybusiness.com and you can get a free comprehensive report of your online storefront. We'll check everything: your business listings, online reviews, social media posts, and even how your website ranks on search engines.
Wait, I can get a free snapshot report of all that?
That's right. The Snapshot Report shows you what needs fixed to attract more customers and grow your business.
Snapshotmybusiness.com.
Yep, it's easy. Just log on to snapshotmybusiness.com today and see how your business stacks up. Snapshotmybusiness.com. Your path to more business.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, really? That's great.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
Hi, guys. Jeffrey O'Brien here. Have you ever gone to harmonsolar.com? Well, you really need to, because everything you ever wanted to know about how solar power can save you big on your monthly electric bill is right there. It's online. Through your phone or through your computer, you can learn about tax credits, the equipment they use, look at how they do things for businesses as well as homeowners, see testimonials from happy customers, and I hear they got a pretty good podcast, too. Check it out. Go to harmonsolar.com. That's harmonsolar.com.
Everybody, Mark Asher, back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. As most of you might know, I'm a big fan of loyalty and longevity. I love companies based right here in Arizona that have been around doing some great things for a long, long time. And oh boy, has the Lund Mortgage Team done just that. In the mortgage game, they're one of the best. In fact, I think they are the best. And I've been telling people about the Lund Mortgage Team for decades now, and I'll continue to do that as long as they continue to take care of all our listeners, and they do that every single day. So you could be next. Call today, 623-875-9940. Look, the Lund Mortgage Team, they're mortgage brokers. That gives them the unique opportunity to shop your rate around. They've also been in business so long, they realize fees are not the most important thing. They keep those nice and low. Call today, 623-875-9940, whether it's a HELOC, whether it's a new home loan, refinance, you name it. They've got you covered. LundMortgage.com or call 623-875-9940.
The Rich Eisen Show.
The NBA All-Star Game is let's split up the teams. Let's figure out how these players can actually compete with each other. Let's just have mini tournaments on a Sunday. Name the teams after TNT on-air personalities. This does not give me any pleasure at all. I love the NBA. I look forward to the future. But this ain't it. This ain't it at all.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at 10 a.m. on 1580. The Fanatic.
Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. So I guess LeVar Ball's got the diabetes.
No kidding.
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing they don't say for sure why, but they say that they chopped off one of his feet. He had a foot amputation, his right foot, which is great because that's one less to put in his mouth all the time.
Well, that is true.
They say he's doing fine. Everything's fine, but they're not talking about why or what. But I mean, my guess is always going to be diabetes. Once they, I mean, Deion Sanders, he's
I think it's 3 toes, right?
Yeah, and the diabetes.
Yeah.
The problem is these guys aren't eating enough oatmeal. That's what Wilford Brimley would say.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Diabetes.
More oatmeal. More
So
oatmeal.
I love me some oatmeal. What do you like for breakfast, Harris?
Oh, bacon and eggs. That's my
Oh,
go-to.
There you go. Well,
100%.
in moderation with the bacon, later on in life, you won't have to be on blood pressure medication. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm not gonna tell a man to moderate anything. You want some bacon? Have you some bacon?
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
that-
Eating healthy though, it's important. It's
I
important.
called Harris on the phone today, and he was cooking. Are you a good cook?
I dabble. I'm trying to get better at it.
Yeah. What's your go-to dish? Let's say you have first date dinner. You're like, oh, I got to make some food for this gal. I really like her. She's coming to the house. I'm going to make her some food. What do you have that impresses?
Well, it depends. It totally depends there. You could honestly grill some chicken. That's always good.
Hey, he can grill, Randy.
There we go.
That's the first guy we've had that can.
That's
There we
one
go.
thing I want to get better at, though. I want to learn more, but I can.
You talk to Randy. He'll give you some great
He
tips.
seems like the guy. He seems like the guy.
Certainly, I'll watch what you do and give you tips. But I feel like you're pretty independent on your own there. Go ahead.
Maybe I'm getting there, but I could do that. I could honestly, if you want to just whip up an air fry and fry some chicken, you could do that too. That could be good. Burgers.
I don't like the way an air fryer smells when it cooks.
Really? Why is that?
That bothers me. It just, I don't know, something about it. I know all the kids love the air fryer, but hey, there's this thing where they're like, hey, here's a secret to a perfect reheated slice of pizza. They're saying you dunk it in water now.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, you just kind of dunk it in water and then put it in the microwave or the air fryer, and they say it makes a huge difference.
That's crazy.
All right.
What the heck?
I ain't doing it, but somebody should do it and tell me if it's right.
Well, it won't be me.
Dump it in water? That
Yeah.
sounds insane. That
Dunk.
doesn't even sound good.
Just kind of bloop a little bit and then put it right in there.
Or
Don't know what
dunk,
to
yeah,
tell you.
dunk. Just yeah.
So I actually have a perfect first date dinner. I'll share with you the recipe sometime.
Okay.
And I guarantee you, this is there's 2 versions of it. The version where you just use like the box potatoes and the frozen corn, and then there's the grown-up version where you do it for real. But trust me on this. Oh, it's a heart attack on the plate, but man, God, it's good food. Yeah, but that's not what we're here for right now. We're here to tell you about diabetes.
Diabetes.
Do you have diabetes?
I do not. I know people that do,
Oh.
but I do not.
I don't know anybody with diabetes.
There's different types. I mean, there's some you're born with, or
Mhm.
just based off of genetics, and there's some
Mhm.
where like blood sugar isn't monitored or whatever. Eat certain foods or I don't know. It just comes. I know people that are pre-diabetic too.
I think Big George might be got the beat us. Which, by the way, that's the cool way of saying it. You got the beat us.
I don't think that is.
I got the beat us.
I haven't heard that. I don't know if there is a cool way of saying you have diabetes.
Well, if I have it,
I don't think there
looking for,
is.
Something. I don't think I have it, but
yeah,
I came up with a new word today.
You did.
Wronger. You're wrong,
Wronger.
but that over there is wronger. You were wronger than me.
Mm.
I don't know. That
I'm
might
sh-
actually be correct.
I'm
Might-
shocked that's actually like not a word technically, but it is tough to say like wronger. It sounds weird.
Wronger.
It sounds like it just doesn't sound right, you know?
Wronger. Oh no, it's real. It can
It's
be
a
used
real
as
word?
an adjective or a noun. It's an actual word. Oh, I guess I didn't invent it. I did coin funner. People are like funner's not a word. Yeah, fun,
But it can
funner,
be.
funnest. But you put in funner, they're gonna be like that's.
But it's like, but then that takes out the purpose of funny.
No, it's a comparative adjective. God dang. I think everybody's just caught up to me. I'm pretty sure I invented I invented the dictionary. I invented the dictionary.
Wow, I don't think
Prove
that's
me
true,
wrong,
but,
Randy.
I believe it was somebody by the name of, if I'm not mistaken, was Nicholas Webster.
Is it Merriam?
Yeah, I don't think it's Nicholas.
Merriam.
No, it was, I believe, was it Miriam?
Merriam,
Webster?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Hold on here.
Pretty sure.
I'll Google it. Who invented the dictionary? Have you noticed when you Google stuff now and AI comes up, starts talking to you about stuff? Samuel Johnson invented the dictionary.
There's different dictionaries though.
Yeah.
Like different ones. Like he's talking about
considered the father
Merriam-Webster.
of the modern English dictionary, Samuel Johnson. Back in the year 2300 BCE, cuneiform tablets did have some word lists. And the Chinese around the 3rd century had something they called an area. And I'm not going to keep telling you everything about the dictionary, but I'm telling you right now, Samuel Johnson, modern dictionary guy. So don't tell me about that, whoever that guy was.
Nicholas Webster.
The
Merriam.
kid from the little short
Close
kid from
enough.
TV in the 80s.
No.
Bear Claw says, I've only heard Randy say ridic, but a lot of people call. We're not doing political jokes, Bear Claw. Can't do that one.
Wow.
Just the Tip says, I was 10 years old, 1970, New York City. We called it flicking off. When we
kidding.
skitch.
Dude, I knew I heard that
What does
from
skitch
somewhere.
mean? What is skitch?
I don't know what that means, but I knew I heard it from somewhere.
No. See, flicking off is about when he says you got to keep a grip on the bus bumper. Easier to flick than to completely full finger FU. Okay, I need to see a video of flicking if it's the same way you're saying it. I don't think you guys are saying the same thing, but I think flicking is a term for something else. Silly Wabbit says, is there like a 2-year expiration date on your board ops? Keon was here for almost 4 years.
Long time.
I got guys that are still working for me for 20 years. I was telling Harris about producer Wesley.
Yeah.
Yeah, like over 20 years. Producer Wesley has followed me from station to station working in some capacity. And since before Harris was born.
Good follow on Twitter, by the way.
Makes me hate you a little bit, by the way, Harris, just so you know that.
Well, I wish you the best luck on your quest towards liking me, Jeffrey.
There's no quest. Chosen One says, best way to reheat pizza is to heat a pan on the stove, put in said pizza, then about an 1/8 cup of water and cover. Pizza comes out amazing. That's kind of the same sort of idea that I was just relaying there. My go-to first date dinner was homemade seafood Alfredo with broccoli and homemade cheese head paired with Riesling. Man, that is some farty food you just talked about right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's brave. I'll be honest. That's
Yeah.
brave.
Yeah.
Swazman says skitching's a Midwest term where you hang out on the bumper of the school bus during the winter, and you basically hang on until the fumes or the car behind you makes you drop. Like you're sliding, like you're
the snowing during the winter months when the snow and it gets icy on the roads, you jump out there and you grab onto the bumper and you slide with your shoes on the
Sounds
roads.
very dangerous.
Skitching. Yeah.
I don't think I would do that. I don't think so. Hey, how about all the upsets in college basketball? Number 1 Auburn almost gets upset by Arkansas, but then Missouri beats Alabama. That's kind of, I love the upsets. I love when the brackets are wrong. I love all those different things.
It's
You know what I
funny.
mean?
It's funny because, I look at a sport like college football who wishes they had a big tournament like college basketball where you can get some parity in there.
Well,
but
they're
it's
still
just
trying to
not,
tweak it.
It's not built like that.
Mhm.
The only Cinderellas you're going to get in college football is when a big dog is underseeded because he lost one game that he should in the regular season,
Right.
a la Ohio State. And basketball, I love how it's built because you can get some serious upsets. You can get serious
and
upsets.
we've seen more than a few, but
Oh, yeah. Tons.
Yeah, number 15, Missouri beating number 4 Alabama last night. That's a good one. And
they thumped them too.
their coach,
Missouri's a good team. Dennis Gates, good coach. He's got a good thing
Gates.
rolling there.
The last time though, he was like trying to be cool about it. Is he knew that when they beat number 1 Kansas, he got on there and he was like, timeout, and it's like, all right, let's get all the assistants out of here. Let's get everybody to safety. And then so then they're like,
Mizzou, Kansas
Yeah.
is a big deal. They hate each other.
And that was good. And then, but this time, he got over the microphone and he's like, click. He's like, hey, please do not rush the court. Please do not rush the court.
Yeah.
And then he went back and they finished the game, and they didn't rush the court.
Vanderbilt did the same thing when they beat Kentucky, except they stormed the court because the fines are no joke.
Yeah, well,
No joke.
that's the reason Gates was like, he says, yeah, we need that money to go to NIL. He's like,
yep,
getting fined $250,000 after the last
It's a
game,
hit. It's a hit.
facing a $500,000 fine for a second offense. He's like, no, we don't need to be getting fines out there. But to safety, I hope it becomes a normal thing. When you're excited. And he says, I credit the crowd for being, cool. I just didn't want to rush court and get fined. And they're like, yeah, that's pretty smart. That's pretty smart there, Coach Gates. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Yep.
Radio Ron says, good luck on your quest to liking Harris. He says, haha, he just may make it. Day 2, and he says this. The fourth dimension, it's not even me and Randy. It's the fourth dimension, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
It's a totally separate, like beyond science can even define, it seems.
Yeah, you've never seen anything like this before.
I have not.
Silly Wabbit says, is working at the Blender Harris's after school job.
Wow.
It is after school. He
Technically.
graduated from college, Silly Wabbit.
Technically. Hey, it'll pay off in 10 years. I look young. It'll pay off.
He's building his future career right here.
That's right.
We've had others that have moved on. I had a guy who worked for me, went on to be a big time producer for ESPN.
Really? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
He won't return my calls anymore, but I was the first guy to give him a job.
There you go. That's cool.
Tyrannosaurus Rex. I'm sorry, Text. God, I keep wanting to call him Rex. Tyrannosaurus
Instinct.
Text says, lay the toaster on its side, put a slice of pizza in each slot, cheese part up.
Okay.
You're welcome. Or you just get a toaster oven. Feel like,
But you
risk
can
and
save
fire
some
with
money
that.
without getting a toaster oven. You could save some money.
These are all college ideas, aren't they?
Very much so. And I'm all for it, dude. I'm all for it.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we've got On This Date in Big Georgia sports history and a couple other things too. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, where every nail-biting overtime win, breakaway, pick six, three-point shot, underdog win, buzzer beater, shootout, walk-off, and absolutely every play in between is amazing. From football to basketball and hockey to baseball, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona.
Were you uninvited to game night? Do you play board games with the ferocious intensity of an iron-fisted oligarch? Have friends left game night asking, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. Right now, during Mattress Firm's President's Day sale, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic. Plus, get a $300 instant gift. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or mattressfirm.com for details.
Need a little home makeover to get through the last few weeks of winter? Kohl's is having a big sale, so you can give your home a reset. Plus, Kohl's Rewards members save an extra 15% on so much to refresh your space, like stylish decor, cozy pillows, convenient storage, and so much more. So hurry to Kohl's to snag your savings before the secret's out. Select styles. Kohl's Rewards 15% off coupon valid through March 2nd. Must be a Kohl's Rewards member. Exclusions apply. Visit a store or Kohl's.com for details.
AZ Preps 365, your source for all the news, info, highlights, and more. Athlete news and interviews. Talk with coaches. Keep you up to date with the changes, moves, upcoming events, and more. AZ Preps 365, Arizona's ultimate prep sports show. If you miss a minute, you miss a lot. AZ Preps 365, Saturday mornings 8 till 10 on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. As most of you might know, I'm a big fan of loyalty and longevity. I love companies based right here in Arizona that have been around doing some great things for a long, long time. And oh boy, has the Lund Mortgage Team done just that. In the mortgage game, they're one of the best. In fact, I think they are the best. And I've been telling people about the Lund Mortgage Team for decades now, and I'll continue to do that as long as they continue to take care of all our listeners, and they do that every single day. So you could be next. Call today, 623-875-9940. Look, the Lund Mortgage Team, they're mortgage brokers. That gives them the unique opportunity to shop your rate around. They've also been in business so long, they realize fees are not the most important thing. They keep those nice and low. Call today, 623-875-9940, whether it's a HELOC, whether it's a new home loan, refinance, you name it. They've got you covered. LundMortgage.com or call 623-875-9940.
Now, you can be the guy that eventually gets bits and pieces of the latest news, or you can get the whole story when it breaks. The NFL is always in season here.
That's how we do it.
Follow us on Facebook or Twitter, or at 1580thefanatic.com.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. So I guess they arrested some dudes in all those thefts. Remember during the football season, every time you turn around, right, they're like, "Oh my God, Patrick Mahomes' house got broken into." Then they're like,
Yes.
"Oh, Travis Kelce's house got broken into." It happened to Gronk in the past when he was playing too. So, but yeah, they've made arrests. Turns out it's a Chilean from Chile, Chilean gang that's been doing this.
No kidding.
But the hilarious thing about it, you know how they were caught. Here's the headline: Chilean gang targeting athletes brought down in part by their selfies. That's right. They're holding up the whole tray of watches. And like, and you know, the FBI was able to find them and go, "Oh, there you are." And
Thank you.
That's crazy.
Made it very easy. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, man.
It's like, what are we here for? You guys just did our jobs for us.
Oh,
Literally.
I mean, Bobby Portis got took for $1.48 million, and those were his watches. So,
wow. Rough time for Bobby Portis, man.
Now, I didn't
Suspension
know
and then that.
Bobby Portis would have had that $1.5 million worth of watches, right?
NBA makes serious money.
It was a hugely bad idea for Tom Brady to put out a video where it shows him surprising his son Benjamin with a $3 million watch.
$3 million watch.
Now, there is some speculation, may not be a present for him. It looked like he was giving him the watch. But then they saw Tom Brady wearing the watch on TV. So it's probably like, "Hey, it's my watch. You want to see something cool?" It wasn't a, "Hey, this is for you." But here's what it did do. Every criminal, in the Western United States, the Eastern United States, parts of Canada and Mexico have now seen this video and I'm like, Tom Brady is dumb. He keeps a lot of valuables around.
I would sell that watch for a house if I was ever in that position immediately.
Tom Brady, has.
Well, if I'm his son, if I'm his son, not Tom
his
Brady.
Son doesn't need to. I don't think you understand how this works.
No, that's a fair statement.
That's a good way to get killed. Like if you win the lottery, you know what I mean? If you win the lottery, you get yourself a nice car, get yourself a cool car, but have a Sunday Lamborghini. Don't drive a flashy car all the time, because then people were like, "Oh, we're gonna rob that guy," and try not to live in a place that is too obvious. You know, there's all kinds of things you need to do to protect yourself when you have the kind of wealth these guys have. Guess what they're not doing? They're not protecting themselves because everybody's getting robbed. I don't think this Chilean gang is going to end up being the only gang, because those guys were in custody when Carson Beck had his 2 cars stolen. Well, his and his girlfriend. And now here's the thing, you know, he got $4 million in NIL deal, right?
Yep.
Well, guess what was stolen? A Mercedes and a Lambo.
What?
4 million. If you get 4 million, I don't know if you're in Lambo territory yet, because that's kind of a dumb purchase for Carson Beck. But in his head, he's like, I'm going to be a superstar in the NFL.
Well,
right?
that doesn't take into account all the money he's also made from Georgia. That's just what he's
Okay.
making at Miami.
Good point. This might be a used car for him. But whatever the case, yeah, these athletes, you know, they've got money, so you know they've got stuff. They're getting robbed.
That's
Man,
crazy.
here's what you do. You put your house in a trust under some other weird name, and that way people can't track you down, and don't be flashy in public.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even a thing about being humble. It's a thing about not getting murdered for your stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Common
not worth
sense,
it.
man. Common sense.
Not worth it. So, but, you know, Carson Beck, I don't know who had the Lambo, who had the Mercedes, but the word is that one of them was his girlfriend's. So
She probably had the Mercedes.
And his
I don't know.
girlfriend's famous on a bunch of social media stuff, and so she's making NIL money herself.
What's she famous for?
On TikTok. She's on
So
TikTok, I
just for
think.
doing little dances?
Doing dances, kind of like Jared McCain.
Who?
The Duke guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've heard of him. He's totes ridic. Yeah.
Oh, Randy, you're so full of crap.
Oh, that's awesome.
See?
Yeah.
See
got
how
a
you use
got a
that
lot of
right there?
riz. Got a lot of riz, Randy.
Yeah. See?
Nothing
Rez.
nothing looks worse for older guys than trying to
See?
look hip and cool to
I
younger
don't need
people.
to look hip and cool. I am hip and
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. He doesn't have to. No effort.
I
No
have to
effort
look-
even needed.
When
Don't
I
encourage
wake
him.
up in the morning, I pee excellence. You know.
Well, let's be honest. You get up several times a night to pee excellence, don't you?
That is true throughout the night.
More than you should. Yeah.
it's the
Oh
whole,
man.
old man.
But
thing.
you still pee excellence even when you get up
Even
several
when
times
I-
in the night.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
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 It's just a nightly thing. It's
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh man.
Throughout the night, it's
Yeah.
all excellence.
No, I get it. All excellence.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
100%. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So here's another house that's going to get robbed. Only this one doesn't belong to an athlete. But this story shows up. I don't know if it was ESPN or CBS. This story shows up. Scottsdale mansion for sale comes with 290 pairs of Michael Jordan sneakers.
Wow.
And this house is amazing. It's on the Zillow, and it's for $23 million. And it has a Jordan room, which is basically a big shoe room with a full-size basketball hoop in it. Then you walk out of there, and it's a full court basketball court on the property. And the shells, by the way, there's room to grow. You could have 325 pairs in there. And there's all sorts of other cool stuff. It's a beautiful, beautiful house. But it's like, okay, so now you've shown everybody what's in there that you can come steal. Because those Jordans can be worth quite a bit of money.
Hey Jeffrey, I'm one raise away. One raise away from getting that.
Wow.
Well, let's just see if you make it to 90 days.
All righty. All righty.
7-bedroom, 18 bathroom property, and 23.5 million gets. I bet you can negotiate the 22.
See, that's what Kim and I need for when we retire. Just not in Arizona. You know, we've got to be somewhere.
Where would
else.
you retire? You're going to be competing with Harris bidding on this house.
Oh yeah. No,
Where
I
would you
wasn't gonna-
retire, Randy?
Oh my God, somewhere else other than Arizona. I've lived here my whole life.
Yeah.
Born in Tucson. I escaped there quickly at 3 years of age. And
Yeah.
or I'm sorry, earlier than that.
It ain't
actually.
getting cooler here.
Yeah,
either.
good
No,
escape.
It's not getting cooler.
Good escape.
I would like to go to I
Even
don't
at 3
know.
years old, you had the wisdom.
I
to
had
do
the
that.
wherewithal.
Yeah,
I've been wise
impressive.
since since
Got
I was
the
born,
hell
so-
out of Tucson.
Very
Yeah.
impressive.
And then I don't know, somewhere back maybe North Carolina. I've fallen
Yeah.
in love with North Carolina. I really have.
Why is
Yeah,
that?
So's
Why is
my
that?
mom and sister.
Well, it's beautiful.
beautiful.
It's got a lot of diversity to it. It's you can go in the mountains and it's beautiful. It's got a regular cityscape if I want to go to the
Oh,
city
yeah.
in Charlotte or Raleigh. There's a lot of diverse landscapes. I mean,
Yeah. I love
know,
North
I don't know
Carolina.
if the South is a place that truly appreciates the diversity, but there is some. Yeah.
Oh, not true. Not true. Not
So
true.
Scottsdale with the mansion with the sneakers, but there's another $20 million house in Gilbert, has a go-kart race car track that goes around the property
Now,
and
that's
an
what Jeff-
underground shooting range.
See, Jeffrey would like that.
Yeah, go-kart racing's fun.
I'd
and
take either property, but yeah.
maybe
I'd-
find a go-kart racing place in North Carolina, Randy.
It comes with race cars.
The sports in
listen.
North Carolina is good too. You get a lot of good college basketball.
There is a track, go-kart track in North Carolina. It used to be called the GoPro go-kart track. And a lot of the NASCAR drivers had their own carts. They would go out there and mess around on the
That's
track.
cool.
I actually drove. The carts are damn fast. I would say 50 or 60 miles an hour on this road course.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Rob Diz says Randy is the Risley Bear.
There it is. There it is.
Guys,
See
don't
that?
encourage this.
That,
All
you
right.
guys don't
Yeah.
understand what Risley Bear means. Just go ahead and admit it. I can tell you if you want.
We got to do
Risley
this
Bear.
before we run out of time. Ladies and
All right.
gentlemen, it's time now. And Randy's got this one. It is time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. I told there's an emergency and I have to leave right now.
All right. Then
Finish up the show, Randy.
All right. On this date in Big George's Winter Olympic sports history back in the year 1968 in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Brian Boitano got the first ever Olympic figure skating gold medal on a technical merit tiebreaker and nearly flawless free skate. That's
Interesting.
yeah, it was engaging in the Battle of the Bryans with Brian Orser of Canada. Boitano skated a clean, technically excellent long program, and it included 8 triple jumps, including 2 axles, and the rest of that skating nonsense.
Randy,
Okay.
that was phenomenal.
Oh my
You did a
God.
great job.
Oh, well,
And you
thank
were
you very-
asked right on the spot, on the
Yeah,
spot.
well,
You came in.
It's what we do.
Hey,
That's what we do.
every Drew Bledsoe needs a Tom Brady.
Listen,
That's what I'll
this is I'm actually Drew Bledsoe. He's
Oh.
the Tom Brady.
Drew Bledsoe
because,
still made a lot of money. Just saying. Just saying.
All right, let's see if I can get a couple more texts in on the text line at 888-368 1580. Let's see what kind of time we looking at here.
We got a couple
Am I even close?
minutes. Couple minutes
okay.
until the
All right.
hard break here. So
let's see. Moist one. Hashtag love Randy. Oh, thank you, Moist one.
Oh, nice
you
one.
too.
Moist one being vulnerable. That's incredibly kind.
Swaz man on the text line says, Jeffrey, remember real estate taxes in Scottsdale can be 1.5 million per year.
That's crazy.
Just the tip says, great surprise story. Well, that's what happens when things happen like this. Big George says, thanks for reading On This Date. You're welcome, Big George. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Dodger Danny, where you been all show? Haven't heard from you. Dodger Danny, Jeffrey, you know who's selling that house?
Who is Michael Jordan?
I don't know.
LeBron James?
He doesn't have the answer here.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
You know, hey, if you retire in North Carolina, there would actually be a state income tax. It's 5%. Oh,
it's not bad though.
Yeah, it's not terrible. There's definitely like if you get to like California or Washington, that's when it gets like, oh man. There's a reason everyone's retiring in Florida.
You're exactly right.
Thank you, Randy. I
Well,
appreciate that.
listen, I don't know what to say, but if Miss Kim and I, we probably will stay here and reside in our here in the compound.
Okay.
We'll probably stay here.
Even though you've lived here since you were a young Padawan at 3 years old.
I have. I grew up here. Yes,
Wow.
I went to school here, raised my family here, divorced my first wife here, married my second wife here.
There you go.
Which is my final wife.
Yep.
Because she's the perfect wife for me.
That's
See, Harris,
awesome.
you gotta find a woman that's gonna be your best friend, and a great hitch, a yin to your yang, so to speak. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Randy.
You gotta find that.
I
So-
got to pick your brain. I need some wisdom. I need some wisdom in that area, my man. Need some wisdom.
Well, that's going to do it for the Daily Blender. USA versus Canada is getting ready to launch on TV. So don't turn the radio off, or you might go ahead and just turn the radio off. It's okay. I'm just going to ramble on and kind of fill time here. Triple H and I holding the show down while Jeffrey attends to matters at the great
had a
mansion
pressing matter
in the East Valley.
Yeah,
Hopefully
maybe it was
it's
one.
nothing
Maybe
major.
it was a string thing with his dog.
Could be.
Potentially, it could
be.
be. He's
String.
got,
yeah,
got something to clean here.
And it's just all of a sudden. Anyway, this has been the Daily Blender. Next over most of these same radio stations is something I don't know, but we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-445-6363. That's 1-800-445-6363. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-445-6363. That's 1-800-445-6363.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying